You
Yeah,
know what?
I was.
I don't even know what to say. Like,
Yeah, it's just a lot for a 3 p.m. You know what I mean? Like it's just.
I'm trying to. I'm in the middle of coaching. What the hell did I just do to my thing?
I thought I'd join Jersey Shore for a second with the receipts that were coming through. It
Like,
was
I
like,
was just like, I, I don't. And this is the thing. This happened earlier. I don't know if I told you this, but I was talking to Kyle about it earlier in the year. Same guy accidentally
yeah,
dropped
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
player
You did tell me that.
and asked Kyle if
Yeah.
like, oh, can you put him back on my team? I didn't mean to drop him.
So this is the second.
Didn't mean to drop, brother. What? I don't know what you want. Like,
It's a
because
big button. It's
the
like
problem is like, if that would have got voted right and everything, then what's stopping like me from saying like, wait a second, like, say a trade goes through and then everybody clowns the person for the trade. They could just then say, "Oh, I meant to withdraw it." Like,
yep.
now we're good. Like, you just open a can of worms. Like,
Yeah. No,
I'm
it takes the
always in the
integrity level out.
camp. I'm always in the camp of never. There should not be. You should have a commish
But he shouldn't have his hand in
who
there.
knows his shit. Like, who knows what's going on. Who isn't like gonna just be weird about everything. And you should not have a veto system or a vote system. If you
Gotcha.
can spot clear collusion, like in our ESPN league, we literally caught Beastu in clear collusion. He sent the text messages, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, as commish, we don't even need to go to a vote. I'll just veto it
You
because you
vetoed that
literally
so
said,
fast.
because he just sent the text and said, yeah, we were colluding, and I'm like, okay, then I veto it, like, fair, which is fine, like, whatever. But even if it, like, people get it mixed up, like if they see a bad trade go through, like, or a trade that they think is bad, that it's like, oh no, that's not fair, we should veto. It's in a league like this, it's not full dynasty, but it's keeper. Like, there are people that are gonna give away their top players to get picks, so another team should be a contender. In a league like this, there should not be 12 teams at all times vying for to win. It's not possible. Like, halfway through the year, you get your middle teams, and you have to make a decision whether you're going to go for a championship this year or you're going to tank, get picks, and go for it next year. Like, that's how the dynasty thing works. That's real life football.
Yep.
Like, that's why the Bears, that's why the Panthers aren't trading for people. They're
Yeah.
getting rid of people
Yeah, they're
to
like
get
milking
picks.
dead.
Like, that's how it works. It's not like, oh, fleet. Like, everyone will just say like, it's like, imagine this, right?
Yeah.
In the NFC. The Niners trade for Chase Young, and all the other NFC teams could just veto and say, "No,
You can't have him.
withdraw that." Doesn't make any sense. They made a trade and they're getting a pick. Like, like, that's how life works. If someone values the picks more than the player they have, you should have been the one to try and get the player and get rid of your picks. Like,
100%, man.
I'm out on all vetoing, and then everyone's just like, doesn't like, we're voting, and then I'm getting clowned.
Yeah, bro, I don't know
I'm
how you
like,
gotta
and
do
then
it.
literally on the side, like, Kyle texts me. I'm like, Kyle, this is insane. How are they like? Everyone was just like,
The mob clamoring.
yeah. I'm like, no. Everyone's like, yeah. I guess we withdraw. I'm like, no chance. Like, how do we withdraw? What does that mean? And it's a second and a fifth. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it didn't like steal anything. I got decent value for him. Like
You're getting picks. He's trying to win this league right now. If he wins the league right now, he gets, I don't know, what is it, 300, $400? Like,
$4. Yep.
is it worth it? Maybe next year you're shit.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not. I don't
Maybe
know. Like, who
it's got to go up
knows?
from here, right? Like
That's what I'm
we
saying. Like, I don't understand. No
oh,
one has to like, the people, like, I would never ever ever just blindly send someone a trade
yeah, not be
that,
prepared for them to accept it.
yeah. And maybe
You're
that's
confident in the
because
trade.
I never get trades accepted instantly, because I'm always gonna, if I send you something for you to see it and you could accept it, me and my eyes, I'm always gonna lowball you.
Yeah, 100%. That's how
Unless I want to
negotiation
do
works.
a deal, then I'll text you and be like, yo, what's the market on
Yeah,
X, Y, and
100%.
Z, players, picks. But if I'm like, just like, like farting around, I'm like, all right, this guy for this guy, I'll send it over. If he says yes, cool, like, whatever. Or if he counters or whatever, like,
I agree.
but you can't send some shit and then when a guy accepts it, you're like, wait, we didn't negotiate? I'm like, what?
I like the price. I went
What are you
for it.
talking about? Someone sends you a contract in real life, you sign it and give it back, and they're like, wait a second, no, withdrawn. Like, I signed it, dude. Like, I don't know what you want.
Man. Well, everyone, welcome to the Stooge Experience.
Gosh, we're
This
checked
is
already.
this is
I
fantasy
was
football
checked all day.
Stoogery. All I gotta say is, Zach, I need to know what the etiquette is for fantasy football because I don't know shit. Okay, I mean,
Like,
I
I
caused a
don't
whole
know.
frenzy in a matter of
And then, yeah,
20
then the
minutes.
excuse was like, well, he doesn't really know the people in there. I'm
I
like,
don't know him either.
yeah, it's like
Like,
the trade is between two people that do not know each other. Like,
there's no collusion. I don't know
he's
this
got to
guy.
reach out to him. Like, he should have like everyone has everybody's number. We're all in the same thing. Everyone should kind of know. Maybe you don't have a number saved here or there. You're like, wait, which number is so and so, and then you text them
He
and
did.
you do a trade. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But then he sent an offer, and I sent a
so he
counter offer.
texted you,
He
and then
texted me
what?
about another player,
Okay.
and then we ended up going through on Sleeper, and he was just sending me like stuff back and forth. And we started chatting, and then he switched it over to Devontae, and he said,
Okay.
what do you want for him?" And so I had sent over like my initial offer. He countered it, and I liked the counter. So
Yeah,
he
like
negotiated. That's why when he said
it's
there was
a,
no
it's
negotiation, I was like, "What do
I
you
was
mean?"
like, sorry that you like if you knew that then the Hollywood Brown trade was gonna go through, then you gotta pull the other offer either off the table or you gotta do something. But my boy's got picks flying everywhere. He's going for the win.
Yeah, he needs it this year.
That makes me want to go for the win, but I don't even know what to do.
No, I agree. I mean,
That should just
I've taken this season. I mean, it's so difficult where I'm sitting just because of the injuries I've had. Because there were
yeah.
some moves I could have made if my team's healthy, which I understand injuries happen,
You could have
but
maybe offloaded AR,
or I could have offloaded Lamar and kept AR.
Lamar and kept like there was
Then
things
I
that
got the
could have
Pittman
went down.
connection, like so it's basically like I'm just trying to mitigate without like doing a bunch of shit. And I gotta say, bro, when people reach out to me for offers, don't do the bullshit of like your team's,
Your team
terrible.
sucks. Just give me
So
a
yeah,
player.
yeah, literally, I got that. This was the funniest shit. So I broke somebody's offer down because they wanted Jefferson for
Mhm.
Devontae and some picks. And I broke it down and I said, okay, you want me to give away a young superstar for an older superstar with a quarterback that I don't trust. And what I got back is, bro, you're killing me. It's like, I just broke your whole trade,
Yeah.
your whole premise. And then what I got back from another person was that I was thinking short term with my decision making instead of long term. I'm like, I'm getting picks and keeping good players. I'm like, I fucking
Yeah, I
logic.
don't know.
Let
Like
this
people
happen.
are willing to like let shit
Try to play your bullshit.
fly.
That's fine.
Like
You
I
can try
don't
to.
know if people understand that not everyone is supposed to win every year. Like
No.
this is different. Like I don't like whereas if you were in a redraft league, right? A league where it's just 1 year and then you redraft everything. Like
Yeah, then I would have made moves quicker or tried to sell off quicker.
yeah, like there isn't this going on. Like there isn't a you would have no reason
To
to
hold people.
sell Jefferson either. Like even in a redraft, like it would be bigger collusion if you traded with him to another team because there's nothing that you gain because you know you're gonna lose.
Yeah,
Versus
100%.
now, like if you're willing to trade him, like you want to get a return because you're gonna have 5 more seasons where you need
I need players, I need
something
assets, I
out
need
of it.
picks.
Like
Yeah. No,
I don't even know.
it just made me fucking laugh about it. And so like that goes down and it was just like, I mean, there's just a whole bunch of bullshit going on. But other than that, man, how was the weekend? What did we get into?
Good weekend. Honestly, pretty chill weekend. Not much went down. Saturday. What was Saturday? I don't even remember. Did some training, did some coaching,
Okay.
and then
Like that.
pretty much just kicked it on watching some games,
Playing
played
a
some
little COD.
COD, yeah, did some private matches.
Okay. How'd we do in the
Went
privates?
we did okay. Basically, I took over for Kyle. It was me,
Okay.
Corb, and then 2 other guys against like Nate and Jordan and then 2 other guys. And they wanted to kind of play basically we played at S&D.
Hmm.
We won
Okay.
maybe or maybe we lost on a terminal. Something like that. Then we play a hard point, slam.
Just slamming
I
people.
was just slamming. and then we never played hardpoint again. We just played S&D for the rest of the night. And I think we like 5-2 come back them on one, and then we lost another one. It was pretty even, but like we just didn't play HP because we played one, and
You
me and
fucking
Corb
busted the
literally,
stamp.
me and Corb basically double 30 bombed, won by like I don't know 75 points or something, and that was all she wrote.
Were
But
you
like
running
when
the?
we're
Were you running AR or a little sub
yeah,
action?
the AR is basically everyone can run an AR. Maybe one
That
guy
thing's
can run a sub.
disgusting.
Yeah. But when we were playing search, like these guys, Kyle sent me a picture because he was spectating some of them of like where these guys were hiding. Not during the game, but like after, he'd be like, "Bro,
Little
you don't even
rats.
understand where they'd just be tucked away in corners, or just there's a guy that was always flanking, like always behind you. I would call that out every time. I'm like, who's left? Miyagi? Oh yeah, look behind you. He's probably
check
there.
check your back ear.
Yeah, so it was cool though. Like there were definitely some like shitters, but like it was fun.
I gotta get in on those. I definitely gotta get myself
Yeah, it
back in.
was a vibe. I don't know how long they'll last for. Like if
Yeah, I
will
gotta
this
get in
be a
one.
2 week like, and then everyone just like doesn't want to play this shit anymore. Hopefully ranked is okay. They need to fix the hardpoint spawns because my lord,
Dude.
it's even bad on 4v4. So
They spawn right behind you when you're in
they'll
there.
spawn like we were able to get in a couple setups where we could hold some hills and like actually block, but like once a split happens,
It's fucked.
like sometimes there'll be a split and a split, and then the hill will be here, and like you're both
It's just a
running
race to it.
a race to it, but then like you would get a split and then a middle, and then their split would be behind your split, and then like it would get mixy. I'll tell you what,
Keep your head on a
you got to
swivel.
be spinning in circles just to be able to like find out what's going on.
Dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not what you need.
yeah, not what you want.
It's not the vibes, man.
What about you? What'd you get up to?
Well, Saturday night I ended up playing Scrabble at my girl and one
Gravel.
of her friends' house. Yeah. So
Okay,
things got a little interesting. Like, okay, you know when you play or you play games at someone's house, you're like, okay, it's gonna be house rules,
sure.
but it starts getting a little checky if like the house rules start kind of morphing throughout the
Mhm.
game. You know what I mean? Like
They
we
start
had
changing
this,
rules.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
they were
with
scamming,
that,
basically, is what you're saying.
they were scamming. We ended up
Okay,
winning though by like
all right.
20. So did a little vibe.
All worked out.
Ate a bunch of these like vodka soaked gummies, which was just an
Mm,
absolute vibe. Just
okay.
everybody was wondering, do they taste good? And it's like, bro, they're here for a performance. Like we're here to get
Yeah.
somewhere. And I was watching the USC Oregon game, and I mean,
Could have
they
gone
get blown
worse,
out.
honestly. Yeah.
It's
I
sad
knew
to
it
see.
was chalked, like, the first 2 ways that Oregon like, just the way they scored to start the game, those first 2 plays,
77 yard, 81 yard. I'm like, okay, well,
"Goodness, we just look slow as shit out there."
bro, but just the amount of times you would see one of the DBs, like, I thought you had him. I thought bro, just
Every
somebody
every
there.
time it's someone's fault, like, it's just insane to me.
Yeah, but
It's never just like, "Dang, okay, we messed up." Like, "Wait, you? No, but me? Wait, him?"
maybe him.
No,
We
every time. Every
um,
single time.
and then Sunday went over to her family's house and had some
Ok
fucking phenomenal steak. I mean,
Ooh,
bro, we got like
very
some
nice.
smoked filet mignon, and then we got some. I
Mhm.
think we had some. I think we had some ribeyes. Like it was just
Very
the whole
nice.
fixings. Finished off the night watching
The
Jim
best
Cass
shit.
special. Just the best shit. I
The
mean,
best shit.
the best shit.
Alright,
So
very nice.
it's a good weekend, and the Rams didn't play this weekend, so I had
Rams
to
didn't
buy.
play. No Rams, no Eagles, so,
It's
we're
really
home
good.
free, really, except
Right.
I did, in fact, go 0-5 in fantasy this weekend, so
Hey, welcome to the club. Hey,
0-5 weekend is tough.
it's not.
It's impressive. Like, I couldn't get one.
You can
All
buy.
these players I have on all these teams, like, couldn't find one for me.
See, but how many teams do you have Deontay Johnson on? That's the
Just
kicker.
one.
Yeah, I'm on one
Just
as well, and
sleeper. Just
boy,
sleeper.
oh boy.
He let me down.
Yeah, he
Ruined
looked
a
sick.
Dak Prescott masterclass for me on sleeper. Got me 50 points for nothing. It's a
Fucking
shame.
50.
I know. 50 points for nothing. Keep playing like that, Dak. I'll
He
take it.
won't.
No,
He won't.
probably not. But can only hope.
Oh, yeah, it's true. And then tonight's game, I mean, not a bad game.
I know.
They
I thought the Broncos were gonna just sell. They almost sold.
die.
The Bills handed it to them. 12 men on the field. You can't have that.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't have it.
James Cook, 102 yards rush, or 109 yards rushing. Like you would think that should equate to a win, but I think
Yeah.
the Bills are definitely on like
I
the
think they are
fraud alert.
frauds.
They are
I
okay,
think
so they're
they're
not fraud
frauds.
alert, they're frauds.
Yeah, when do we start having a dialogue about
Mhm.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, it's
Because
I
I
think we're
don't
gonna
know
go
what's up with him. He is the when it comes to fantasy football, he is the number one fantasy quarterback
yeah, I didn't
this
see that
season.
tonight.
But even he puts up numbers in all these games.
Mhm.
You know, like I'm about to see. He probably didn't have a good night this night, but let's see.
177 is not terrible,
He had
but
16. He had the rushing touchdown, which helped. So he only this was his worst game. No, sorry, the first game against the Jets was his worst game. But like he'll put up numbers. Did they lose when they lost to Jacksonville? 350 yards passing, a touchdown, a rushing touchdown. Like
he'll
they
give you some.
lost. Did they lose to the Bucks or they beat the Bucks?
I
They
think they
beat the
beat the
Bucks.
Bucks. They beat the Bucks.
33 fantasy points, over 300 yards passing. Like he'll get
Damn.
7 rushing touchdowns on the year. Like he'll put up great fantasy numbers, and they are 5-5. So
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I saw people talking about, when's Lenny coming in, and it's like, I don't think Lenny can help this.
Oh
Like,
no, yeah. Who gives
James
a
Cook needs more carries. I don't care what people say. Like, it should not be 12 carries to James Cook and then 9 carries to Murray. Like, that's just
Yeah,
dumb.
it was tough. Like they basically took him out for the first half because he fumbled on that first play, so that was kind of unfortunate. They probably would have given him the rock a little more, but even still, like if that's your
Yes.
guy, like fumbles happen, man. Get him back out there and let him run. Like the worst thing
Yeah,
I feel like you can do for running back is like, oh, you fumbled, we're gonna
I'm gonna
sit
take
your
you
ass
out.
on the bench. Like let him get some touches. Like what are the odds he fumbles twice? You know, probably pretty low, but like now
Dude,
you just say like, "Oh, well, they think I'm gonna fumble again, like, I guess I'll just stand on the sideline." So,
no, it's like the Sunday night game where Josh Jacobs is running crazy and then fumbles and they hand him the rock again. It's like you
yeah.
show trust in your guy. Like he's
Yeah.
got what he had like 127 yards or something.
Yeah, because 'cause they'll like, as a running back, they'll probably, like, regulate themselves, you know? Like, they'll then go into the next drive, and they'll really squeeze it, you know, and be
Yeah,
on because they don't wanna fumble again, so, like, they'll be extra careful as people are getting put on the trade block in our sleeper league.
what I
Holy
saw.
hell.
I thought I was gonna
Eckler
get
on the block, Tank Dell on the block, Calvin Ridley on the block. You know what the funny thing is?
mm,
Eckler and Tank Dell were the ones who were on my team that I traded to him. It's crazy how that's looking. What if I trade for him back?
dude.
Can you imagine?
Oh, the dialogue that I had with that gentleman was crazy. I just
What if I ask him Eckler and Tank Dell back? Question mark.
question mark. Bring him back to the squad.
I'm gonna text him right now and like make a joke out of it. Then what if he's like down? Like let's run it back.
Let's reverse this. Man, did you send it to the group?
No, I'm gonna
Oh,
just send it. I'm gonna send it straight to him.
I thought you sent it to the group chat. I was like,
No, I'm gonna send it to him. I'm like Eckler and Tank back to me? Question mark. Be down. I'd be so down, honestly. I've been trying to cook up some shit.
I need you to explain fantasy football etiquette to me because for all those people who don't know, the first year I played fantasy, I won the whole league, but I stopped checking stuff after week 4. Like I literally found out that I won
Uh-huh.
because I was on a flight to New York City and I could only play Candy Crush or check emails. So I checked emails after losing enough lives in Candy Crush, which you got to wait for the damn timer to go through because
Mhm.
you can't ask a friend when you're on a plane to give you
No.
some lives. It doesn't work.
No.
So I'm scrolling through emails, deleting shit, like, and I came across one that was like, "Congratulations, the Alaska Woodpeckers won the league," and I was like, "Oh shit!" So
Yeah.
I don't really like. I never really did anything. I just kind of went with the triple crown
Yeah,
win.
like sometimes you just have like I have a league where I started 0-3, but I love the players I had, so I'm like I'm not trading like I'm not like people have been asking for trades and I've been trying I'll do trades to like try and level up my team. I'm not going to make my team worse. So then guys will ask like, "Hey, are you looking to would you move this person?" I'm like, "Honestly, nah. Like I'm rocking with my team. Like I don't see a world where I need any other players. Like sometimes that's how it goes. You just have a good squad and you can kind of just ride it out."
The way that I saw it with my team this week is if I had Jefferson healthy, I win this week for sure.
Yeah,
So it's like
probably.
it's so tough for me to make moves like that because, like you said, like I do like some of the players I have for sure.
Mhm.
Like they're pretty good. It's just the injury bug is just like, I mean, I have two running backs that are out right now. One of my starters was completely out. My rookie quarterback on IR, and then
Mhm.
Jay Jett is on IR. Like if
Yep.
I have those two, I can make moves for other shit. So it's like I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens the rest of the season, but I'm really focused on next season for sure.
Yeah.
See what happens. But
Eyes to
so
the future.
there's no like unwritten etiquette. It's not like, when you go to a dinner, like, hey, make sure, you don't put your elbows on the table.
I mean, like, if someone offers you a trade or is texting you about it, like, I guess you should say, like, "No, I'm not interested,"
Okay.
or, like, "I'll think about it," but, like, there isn't, like who gives a fuck?
Okay. I'm just making sure, I cover the bases. I don't
Like,
know
if
much
someone
about
sends
fantasy
you a thing
football.
and then you don't, like, reply to it, it's like, obviously you're not interested, like, I don't know, like, there
Okay.
there really isn't. People, like, make a big deal like, I am always on the camp, like, if you text somebody about a trade offer and they don't get back to you, they're obviously not interested.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care. So,
Okay.
just move on. Move on to the next.
Okay. Okay. So that's the way
Yeah.
that it works. Because all right, I'm just try and be a good, GM if I can. Now, look, I've said it. I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to fantasy football. I don't,
That's okay.
and I'll admit it. But
That's
I'm
perfectly
trying.
fine.
I'm trying to learn a little bit, and that makes sense. So I'll take that moving forward and try not to blow up the league with the fucking next trade I'll do. But who knows what that'll be? See what fucking group chat comes through. See if we
Yeah.
get dunked on too somehow. Just
Facts, I know.
fucking. Oh shit, man.
They're gonna get me eventually, honestly, like,
Oh,
Imma get God at some point.
they'll find you. They'll get yours. I mean, looking. Should we start with the college games from this week, or should we go to the NFL games this week?
Let's do NFL. Let's do
NFL.
NFL.
Oh, okay, switched up a little bit. I like it. Um, should we just give an overview and then go into our picks? Just kind of go through that. Either
Um, yeah, I mean, there wasn't much we could throw the picks up because I mean, there wasn't
wasn't
much
much.
game-wise, um, besides this, like,
Yeah, there were. I
you
mean,
weren't you had a couple great weeks to see in the field, and I guess, in the NFL, we
I know.
faltered. We both did a little bit, like, I guess game of the weekend was probably Chargers-Lions just from, like, a
Yeah,
excitement standpoint.
100%.
Like, that game was pretty electric.
Yeah, they were putting up points like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, at what point do we, like this Chargers defense,
Yeah,
they got a lot of stars, a lot of star power for what? Literally for what?
I mean, it's tough when you got Herbert on the other side playing lights out, throwing for 323, 4 touchdowns, a pick. Like, I don't know what more you want from him. Like, Keenan Allen's got over 100 receiving yards, almost 200. Like, I got to get a win from that. And then just looking at this defense, like, I got my safety making 13 total tackles, and pretty much everyone on the interior line has like 1 to 2.
Mhm. That's not a good sign.
That's never great. And I know he plays in the box, so I'm not saying, his tackle for loss, that makes sense. Okay, he's playing in the box. We had 2 quarterback hits. That
Yeah.
can't happen. But we had and 0 sacks. Like, I can't I can't have that with the
Yeah.
amount of stars they have on that defense. So I think
Yeah, they were just getting pushed off the ball too, like,
yeah.
I saw a clip, first running play of the game, the line of scrimmage, they pushed them back probably 2 yards and reset the line of scrimmage, like, they got a 2-yard push on that Chargers D line on the first running play of the game, and that's when I was like, "Yeah, this could get ugly."
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think it's safe to call the Chargers defense frauds. A lot of star power, but
Yeah,
for what?
yeah. It's,
But, you know, MCDC squad is looking like real contenders. Like, they're looking
I know, they look good. I mean, the way
good.
their schedule's looking, like, there's gonna be
Do they play the Eagles at some point?
No, but like their schedule's pretty light, so like they'll give the Eagles a run, especially with the tough schedule the Eagles have coming up. Man, it could be it's gonna be tough if the Eagles slip up. The Lions got some
Yeah, you get the Bears
easy
twice,
games, yeah.
Vikings twice, yeah, Packers once. Broncos, I guess, would be kind of considered tough now because they're kind of blooming a bit.
Yeah.
Um, and then you got the Cowboys, so I guess that could be the tough one. But yeah, the rest of their games, like they should win out. Um, unless
They
somehow,
play the Cowboys at some point?
yeah, they play the
Okay.
Cowboys on December 30th.
On December 30th. Okay.
They
Yeah,
do play
that could
Josh
be
Dobbs twice, so
yeah, I mean, you never know, and at that stage of the season, if, like, there's playoff spots on the line for,
Minnesota.
the Vikings, they could maybe, be up for something, but, I mean, I don't see like, the next 4 games, maybe the Saints could be tough, but, like, 2 of your next 4 games, you get the Bears.
Yeah.
Like, just think about they're 1 game behind the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
They get Bears, Packers, Saints, Bears, Broncos.
Should
The
go
E
5-0.
the Eagles have Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys, Seahawks. Like, just think about
See,
the difference in game. Now, maybe Bills won't be as tough as we thought.
yeah.
Maybe Seahawks aren't as tough as we thought, but it's still Chiefs, Niners, Cowboys. Like, those are 3 tough games, 3 games where the Eagles can definitely lose.
I do have to say though, just on the flip side of that, if you let's say you come out 5-0, I mean, it's pretty
Oh,
certain
it
you're
it's
in
signed,
the
sealed,
NFC.
delivered. Yeah,
Like,
because then your last 3 games are Giants, Cardinals, Giants. Like, you might be resting people by that point.
yeah, I mean, the way AJ Brown's been doing his thing, you kind of feel like though Smitty is gonna he's been starting to kind of come alive a bit. I just think it's hard with how many stars they have. It's like, how do I get the guys the ball that much? But I have a feeling that we're gonna see a full complete Eagles team down this stretch. And they're gonna
Yeah.
show like I think the Eagles are most dominant when you guys can rush for like 250 yards a game. You get
Yeah.
250, like
I hope we can get back to running the ball. It's been a while. It's been a lot of and I don't know if that's just because of Jalen's knee and they're just kinda, like, not willing to like, the running backs aren't getting going because now the defenses aren't as respectful of him running the ball. So
yeah.
now kinda the lanes will get clogged up a little bit in the middle, but still been able to throw the ball, still been able to win games. And throwing the ball even better since the knee thing kinda became a thing, which I feel like was the Dolphins game for sure was, like, the first game where it was very noticeable.
Mhm.
Then obviously the Commanders and the Cowboys, it was super noticeable too, he got banged up, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, you know me, I'm rooting for the Birds to go back to the bowl, but shout out to your boys for having a new Christmas album too. I'll be rocking that all
Facts.
Christmas.
Oh, no doubt.
It's a
Gotta
vibe.
be. Gotta be.
Got into an argument with my mom. I said, I think all I want for Christmas is you from the boys is kind of better than Mariah Carey. She's you shut your fucking mouth.
I'm telling you, hey, it ain't a bad thought.
Some fighting words.
Do we talk I mean, we could go over to Niners Jags. I mean, not much to talk about.
God.
Niners just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, I being the Niners. So this was a conversation that we had with the group. And I want to preface this because people were saying Purdy is back. I feel like to have an elite quarterback, you still got to be able to perform when some of your weapons are out. I'm not saying all of them, but like,
Mhm.
for example, if Joe Burrow doesn't have Jamar Chase, I've seen him perform with T. Higgins, with Mixon. Like he's made stuff work. Or, I mean, I guess another example would be Stafford. When Cup is out, he goes up to the Seahawks and wins with Puka Nakua and Tutu Atwell. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like to be an elite quarterback or a great quarterback, like you have to be able to win when you're a little banged up. Like obviously if you're a great system quarterback, that's fine. But you get put in a different category. Like you're an all-star when you have everything going for you. But when there's a
Yeah.
little adversity, like
I halfway agree and then halfway am like, obviously, like, anyone's gonna struggle when their better players are out,
mhm, it's understandable.
but he definitely was the reason why they lost at least 2
Yeah,
of those
Minnesota for
games.
sure.
At least 2 like, definitely that one, and then the Browns one, a little bit, but like
I'll give it to the weather, I guess.
yeah, like he was not good, and I am going to be in this camp until I die. I don't care if he has all of his. I was talking to Kyle about this. I'm like, I'm telling you, even if he has all his weapons, they cannot win a Super Bowl.
No, I believe that
He's
too.
like, well, I mean, they technically they can. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, like, I guess
He'll
if you want to go
crush.
statistics with me, like, there's always a chance in the universe, right? Like,
Puncher's
but
chance.
I'm just telling you, like, they're just not gonna do it. Like, I just don't see the world where, like, I don't know. I just don't see it. Like, I just don't see it. That's all I'll say. Like,
I mean, it's pretty interesting how like only one game where the defense gave up over 20 points did they win. So like
I
the
think they're
defense has
one
to
of the
play.
bigger front runners ever. They
Yeah,
are front runners to the max. If they're not ahead and dominating you, like they're beatable. If you can get out in front of them and control the game, like
they crumble pretty good.
yeah, I'm about to pull up their like yeah, they just blow people out. But whenever it's a battle, Browns, Vikings, Bengals, when they get behind, like or it's like a tight game, they just don't play as well. Like when they're
Yeah.
up by 10 points and the defense can fly downhill and they're getting after the quarterback, all is great, all is right in the world. But when they just like boom, you're down 7-zip, you know? Like Bengals jumped on them, 14-7 at the end of the quarter and we're in the third and it's 17-10 and then it's 24-10 and they're playing from behind. I just
Yeah.
don't think Purdy is that good when he's got to like
When you need him to
navigate
get back and sling
yeah,
it.
when he's gotta navigate a pass rush and do all these things, I just don't know. I don't know. Whereas I've seen other quarterbacks do it. Like, I've seen Jalen Hurts do it. Like, there's been a lot of like, multiple times against the Commanders, we're losing, and I'm like, "Alright, well, we'll probably get back into it and
Yeah.
win," you know? It's just I just don't know. I don't see it yet.
I think it really comes back to what we were talking about, how Purdy is a timing passer. He's really great for that West Coast offense where it's okay, I hit a three-step and then I'm gonna throw the post right at the logo. Like
Mhm.
that's where the ball's gonna be every time. And it's pretty when it works. But like you're saying, when you get down and a defense can key in that pass rush and the linebackers aren't worried as much about Christian McCaffrey running the ball, they're more focused on passing and they tighten up those windows,
Yeah.
he can't improvise to make another play. So that's what
Yeah.
I think keeps them from winning the Super Bowl is because when you get into the playoffs and even the Super Bowl, like they're going to take away your base play. You
Sure.
have to
Yeah.
make some play to get someone else open. Like it has to become like that.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I think Purdy, I think he's a good system quarterback, but I think he's like Jimmy G in the Frisco system. And it makes you look really good when you're
Yeah.
on time. So hey, we're gonna find out a lot about them when they play. I mean, at Seahawks, at Eagles, and then versus Seahawks. Like at home against the Seahawks. I mean, that's pretty. It's a pretty good 3 game stretch to find out what you're made of.
I know, yeah, it's gonna be yeah, it'll be interesting. I personally cannot wait for the Eagles-Niners game. Um,
I want both
oof,
teams full strength
that would be nice.
because I don't want to hear the excuses. I'm done with them.
Hope we beat the shit out of them.
I hope you guys take the boombox back to your locker room.
That would
That's
be
what I
nice.
play some Meek Mill on that. Like, whoa. Maybe have Rocky come out and give a speech to Philadelphia before the game.
Yeah? I mean, if get Sylvester Stallone to run him out the tunnel,
Dude.
that would be
Dressed in the
sweet.
American flag trunks.
Oh,
Gloves on too, just so he's ready
oh,
to
just ready to
knock somebody
throw
out.
down. We got trade. We got trades flying in our people are DMing. This is
You
everything's
serious?
kicking off now. People hitting me up in the DMs. Sure, we might have a live trade happen on the podcast.
I can't wait to find out about the collusion and this be used as evidence. This is gonna be lovely.
I
I
know.
can't wait to see the group chat just go
Literally, if
crazy.
we ever do a Jefferson trade, they're gonna be like, "Oh, yep, they colluded."
Bro, if I do a Jefferson trade with you, if I do a Jefferson trade with Kyle, if I do a
Yeah,
Jefferson
they're
trade
gonna
with Jake, it's gonna be
they're
collusion. I'm
gonna
like,
say it's collusion.
whatever, man. Suck my fucking
What
dick.
what are you thinking for Sam Howell? I
Uh,
don't know. I'm not
Howitzer.
sure what I'm thinking. He was like, "Who you keeping, Dak or Howell?" I'm like, I don't know because once I saw old Jake Della throw that Josh Allen down into the trade block. I sent some feelers out.
My dabble.
Let's look. Let's see if I get rid of Howell. Who would I need? Who would I need back from you? I don't know. Who fucking knows? It's Sam Howell. I'm not getting shit back.
Sam Howell's been doing some pretty good stuff. 312, 3 tubs. Like, sad you lose that game. I think the bad part is he just looks like a big dumb dipshit in his headshot. So that doesn't help you.
Like, would I be willing to rock with Dak for the rest of the year? I don't know. Maybe. Dak has been putting up numbers. Like, I don't know.
You
I
got to
wouldn't
keep in
be.
mind he just played the Giants.
I know, but he played the Eagles before, and he puts up numbers against the Eagles always.
True.
Like,
Yeah, those are two
what?
games you lose now.
Like, what are Dak's like? He's about to play the Panthers. That could be a slaughter. Gonna play Washington. Like, maybe later in the year when it's Buffalo, Miami, Detroit, I could get in a little snag, but I don't know. Maybe I rock with Dak. Past 4 games, 27 points, 36, 35, 50. He's a number 6 fantasy quarterback. Like, I don't know.
Does it just make you sick as an Eagles fan though, seeing him starting for you?
Not really. As long as he puts up numbers, I'm cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, he's a good fantasy quarterback.
All right, where do we go? The freaking
Browns,
Browns Ravens.
Ravens.
I didn't even watch. I didn't get a chance to watch it a lot. I just know that the Ravens kind of sold.
Yeah, I thought I won this
That's
one.
what I heard.
Odell Beckham looked like Odell of old. Like he
I know.
took a post route and just outran everybody for a house call. Like, I mean, the Ravens sold. They get a pick six early in the beginning of the game against Deshaun. And then in the second half, Deshaun Watson just like turns back the clock a little bit. Maybe he got a nice little massage in Baltimore and just felt pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jerome Ford has 107 rushing yards on that defense. Like they held the Baltimore running game to 106 rushing yards. Like that'll probably do. Yeah, I mean, if you can hold Lamar to 41 rushing yards, you're probably gonna have a good chance to win the game. But yeah, they sold. I don't know what else. I mean, Zay Flowers, 73 receiving yards, 5 receptions on 6 targets. Mark Andrews, 2 for 4 for 44. I mean, okay.
Mhm.
Odell 1 for 2, but a
Yeah.
40-yard
They
completion
get you
percentage.
one.
So
They get you one.
Nelson Aguilar had no receptions, which
And
is
I'm doing the math right now.
yeah.
I think I got 2 right and you got 1 right, right? Because the Vikings beat the Saints, or did this? I didn't watch a lot of the games because the
Vikings beat
Bengals
the Saints,
trolled,
yeah.
right? Didn't the
Yeah, the
Texans
Vikings
beat the
beat the Saints.
Bengals?
Yeah.
So we
One.
both picked the Jags. So all you got was Lions.
Oh, so I just did the graphic wrong.
I
Oh
mean,
shit.
yeah, but who gives a shit? Like, I was like, wait
Yeah.
a second, because I was looking at, I'm like, dang, I got 3 right, and then I was looking, I'm like, I don't think I did that well. And I'm
Oh
like,
shit.
Jags get slaughtered. We
Oh fuck.
get Pasternaut going crazy against the Saints. We might as well just start talking
Yeah.
about that. The freaking Pasternaut. I should have
Bro,
just went with the boy. I thought the run would kind of like fizzle, right? Like
yeah,
okay,
until
that
they
was
know
a
their name and it would
like
be over.
oh that was a fun week. Like they'll probably like not end up being that good, but then, jeez,
To
all
be fair
right.
though, Jameis comes into the game, you knock out Derek Carr, and he
Jameis,
had
he started cooking.
yeah, that touchdown pass all the way across the field, opposite numbers. I was like,
Yeah, Jameis. If there's one thing Jameis will do, he'll slang that rock. That's for sure. He's gonna
yeah, but
put
he
it
has
up
those
in
stupid
harm's
picks.
way.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean the Pasternaut 268, a tub. I only got sacked once, had an 88.3 QBR. I mean, the Vikings lost Alexander Madison, which is tough, but then you got Ty Chandler jumping in and saying, "Hand me the rock, boys. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let me cook a little bit." Um, TJ Hawkinson, 134 receiving yards, like 11 receptions on 15 targets.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know you could target a tight end that much.
Hey,
I don't even think Kelsey gets targeted
he's
that much.
basically the reason why I lost in fantasy. I got Hawkinson. That's how it goes sometimes.
Got ball hawked.
That's how it goes.
Jordan Addison did his thing, 4 for 69. You know, um, I mean, kind of going back to fantasy, I'm pretty excited as a Justin Jefferson owner, to see what he can do with the Pastronaut. I mean, this could be,
I know, maybe.
or he could just go back his first game and not want to play anymore.
Or they could now be shit. Yeah. Could
Hey,
now be shit.
There's rumors he was talking with Jamar Chase about joining the Bengals next year.
Really?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would
know if
be.
that's. I don't think that's possible though.
One of them has to take a pay cut.
Yeah, and I don't think.
Would that be the same level as LeBron going to Miami with Bosch?
I
Like
don't
that big
think.
three?
No, because I don't think they really took a pay cut. You can pay 3 people. I think.
In the NBA, I know
I
they
don't.
had to take a pay cut.
But not really. Like not like.
Well, yeah,
That's why they had to play with Norris Cole and Mario Chalmers. Like
yeah,
they didn't take like as big of a pay cut as they like could have
they should've.
maybe. Yeah. They were still getting theirs for sure. But in the NFL, it's like in the NBA you could pay like the luxury tax. Like the NFL that isn't a thing. Like you have to you
Yeah,
could like defer money to like later years. You could just push it back, but then eventually you got to pay.
you will pay.
You
Somebody
will
will,
pay or else.
or else your team is
Yeah.
gone. No, I mean, hey, Minnesota's looking like a playoff
Yeah.
contender,
They
possibly.
could get that wild card spot for sure.
I would love to see Jameis continue to be the quarterback of the Saints because it's exciting to watch.
It is a good vibe.
Like you just watch a couple passes from the guy, and you're like,
He
he's at
he
least
gets
trying.
active. Oh yeah, he gets after it for sure.
Like, would you rather watch him or watch Kenny Pickett throw for a whole game? Like,
Ooh,
that's
probably him for sure. No
yeah.
doubt.
They did a stat on the Pat McAfee show, and I think in the past 4 games, there has not been a pass in the between the hashes by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Between the how's that? That can't be possible.
That's what Tone Diggs pulled up. I'm just reporting what was said. Like,
That's
I hope
insanity.
he's lying
If
because
that's
there's
true,
no
it has
way.
to be like an exaggeration, probably.
I
'Cause
hope
if
so.
that's true, fire him. Fire Canada.
I
Ship
think
him off to Canada.
I
Let him
don't
do
even think Canada
CFL.
will take him.
I know,
Like,
probably not.
well, thanks, pal. I mean, I think it's.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't think it's Canada as much as I think it's Pickett. I think Pickett's not the answer. Like,
yeah, and it's odd.
this is
Like
one of the guys.
we just don't have any ways to get. Like we got 2 good receivers over there. Like there's nothing we could do to get them.
Can't get
Get
him
these
the rock.
guys going. Like man,
Can't get him the rock.
can't get them to rock.
You know what the saddest part about this graphic is? Is I looked at it for about 5 minutes before we started the show and redid the math. I was like, "Yep, makes sense." But
Well, hey,
I'm a stooge, so therefore.
yeah,
So
I think
I
it's
got 1
just
right, and you got 2?
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Close. I think it's just because like you can't believe the damn Bengals didn't
yeah,
beat the
honestly.
Texans. Like they're
Hey,
probably.
CJ Stroud is
I know
kinda.
CJ Stroud's letting her rip out there. Respect to CJ Stroud.
Yeah, he screwed up my fantasy pick with Damian Pierce because I'm like, shit team, gotta run the rock. No,
No,
CJ
they
Stroud
are
said, I'm here.
slanging a rock.
Yeah,
They're throwing. If there's one thing they're gonna do, they're gonna throw the ball.
I do like
So
watching him throw it
fair
to
enough.
Noah Brown. That dude is huge.
Yeah, it is crazy that like
170 yards.
all these now the Cowboys like when you're a receiver and you leave the Cowboys like he was there on the Cowboys. Noah Brown was and Amari Cooper. They had Noah Brown, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. And Dalton Schultz. Like they had everything they needed, but they just shipped them out of town.
They're just
I
flourishing.
gotta love the Cowboys, man.
I
So,
was actually happy about that pickup. I was able to pick up Dalton Schultz off the waiver wire, and
yeah,
that's been a play.
that's been solid for sure.
But he's a part of a losing culture where we got.
Yeah, facts. Somehow, yeah.
Oh
I
shit!
feel like you got to get one.
I hope so.
I feel like one. It's like someone's got to just go off one week, right? Like Pittman will go for 200 and 2 touchdowns or something. Like,
Pittman's starting to become more consistent for me, which I do like. Gardner's starting to get him the rock,
yeah.
and he needs to. Come on, Gardner, let's get it together.
Yeah, but
The
I
good
thought,
news is he's AR's favorite target.
yeah,
So
yeah. So we'll
yeah.
see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Bengals, we're on a
Shit
run,
set.
and now this like AFC wildcard race is looking pretty crazy. It'll lead for a fun Thursday night game with Bengals Ravens, both coming off tough losses.
It's Be a
So
tough
you
one to
don't
beat.
want to be the one to lose 2 straight, but someone's got to. So
You got to think about these defenses though. CJ Stroud throws for 356 and a tub. Then you got Joe Burrow 347, 2 tubs, like
yeah,
2 picks too. So it's like
it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking
Chase
forward to that game.
or
Finally,
Tyler Boyd 117.
I don't think T Higgins is playing, so it'll be the Chase show most likely.
And I love that.
Yeah.
I need that.
So we'll see. It should be finally a fun Thursday game. So that's nice.
Is there been one this week or this year that we liked? I don't think so.
I think there was one that let's look.
I mean, Bills Bucks, it wasn't bad.
Like the first game was like the I
Oh, the
forget.
first game of the season.
Week 2 was that Eagles Vikings.
Okay, so week 1 and 2, because then you had Lions Chiefs
Yeah, then you had
and then Eagles Vikings.
week 3 sucked. Week
Or
4, not Lions Packers, Bears Commanders, Broncos Chiefs, Jags Saints, Bills Bucks, Titans Steelers, Bears Panthers, shit. Not even Now you get Bengals Ravens. Then the next week will be the like Thanksgiving games.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I'm
but
actually super
nothing too
excited to
great
watch.
until Niners Seahawks should be good.
And then the Packers Lions, like the Lions are actually good this year. I remember it
Yeah.
got to a point where I'd be up at the old homestead in Oregon for, the November vacation. And my dad would look out and he'd be like, all right, who's got the over on the Lions being down at halftime by 13? I'm like,
Facts.
but now, like,
Now they're gonna probably
the
smack
Lions,
them.
yeah, the Lions might smack them right
You
in
can
the mouth.
actually have a good
Yeah,
Thanksgiving game for once. So
good for you, Lions. Hey,
yeah,
proud of you.
good stuff.
We got a Friday game too. Oh, I
I
forgot.
know. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week.
Oh God, if I have to see Zach Wilson do his fucking song and dance,
Sure,
I'm
you
tired
will.
of it.
You
Oh no,
will.
I don't need it.
All
What
right,
like how much more can they defend Zach Wilson? Seriously.
I mean, they should have been the team that got Wentz. Honestly, at that point,
That's what I thought they were gonna
throw
do.
Carl Wentz out there and let him tote the rock.
See, I'm interested though, because I've heard Stafford, he was talking about the Pat McAfee show, he wants to be back this next week. But
I think
I
he is
mean,
gonna be back.
I
That's the
kinda wanna see
rumor.
what Wentz could do with Puka and Cup, like
Throw 4 picks.
break his ankles.
He could definitely do that.
Donald's on his team, but he just gets PTSD from seeing him.
Facts.
Oh shit! It
Love
could
that
get bad.
guy. It could get ugly. We'll
Love
see.
defense. I gotta support Wentz now. It's kind of tough, but
I know.
I
But if
got
you
the
get a Rams Wentz jersey, they probably don't even sell those.
like. Can I get
Hot off the press.
like? No, you can't.
Like no, we don't sell those.
Yeah, I mean it was a good weekend. We just didn't really see the board too well.
Yeah, I don't think it was any better in college.
Nope.
Well, I might have done okay.
Should jump right into it. Let's see if you did okay. I hope I did the
Oh,
math right.
okay.
I
Well,
think
let's
I
see.
did. Start with
Yep.
Michigan, Penn
I got
State.
3, you got 3. Yep, because we split the
I mean,
USC and the Tennessee ones.
this one's kind of deplorable if you ain't gonna lie. This one's just hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to start a dialogue about are Big Ten defenses actually good, or are all the offenses in the Big Ten just horrible?
That's a good.
Like all I hear, like, dang, Michigan's defense so good, Ohio State's defense so good,
Penn
Penn
State's offense
State's
is
defense
terrible.
so good. And then last year, I remember in the playoff, Georgia drops 40 something on Ohio State. TCU drops 40 something on Michigan. Are we sure all these defenses are just the greatest in the world, or are all of these offenses just inept
Yeah.
in the Big Ten? Are they all terrible? Because it could also be that. Because there's
See.
no way in the world I'm believing that Oregon would only score 15 points against Michigan. There's just no way. Or Washington, or even Arizona, probably, or like
The lag
USC, or like take your pick. Utah could probably get some points.
with the pig farmer.
Yeah, like you're telling me Bama can't score on Michigan? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean,
Like I just think all these offenses and quarterbacks are over. I think McCarthy's. I don't think he's good. I think he's overrated. Aller's shit. I
Yeah.
think the Ohio State guys, whatever. Who's the best quarterback? Tua's little brother? He's not even that good.
Yeah,
I don't
that's.
know. That's the dialogue I'm willing to start.
I think it's a great discussion because I saw the same thing. I watched. I wouldn't say I watched every snap of the Michigan Penn State game, but I watched a majority of it. It just looked like Penn State's offense wasn't good. Like, yeah, Michigan blitz and they did all that, but Penn State's quarterback couldn't hit receivers in stride at all. Like he was
Yeah,
throwing
and
everything.
like I
Bro, where are we going?
I watched the Washington Utah game and I watch a play where they split the running back out and he just like literally turns around, runs, does a 5-yard hitch. There's no one within like 10 yards of him. He catches it, runs for a first down, and I didn't see like there was not one time where that could happen for Penn State and I'm like Michigan's defense can't be all that much better than Utah's. Like maybe it's a little better, but like
You
are
still
they
get
just so bad at offense? Like are the coordinators bad? Are all they can't get one quarterback?
You know what?
That's
I
good.
really think
Like I don't know what's going on.
I
I'm
think
so
your argument
confused.
will be made this next week because Michigan plays Maryland. And
Yeah, I think they'll beat the crap out of Maryland. I like
they probably
I
will,
think
but
we won't know until
college football playoffs.
yeah, and then it'll be
Or
like
the
it'll be
Big 16.
Michigan versus like Oregon or Washington. And if Washington does what TCU did last year, like we're gonna go back to the same thing, like, oh, this Michigan defense was whatever. McCarthy isn't really that guy, and they'll not make it to the championship again. And then also,
Shit.
you know what checked me? They
What?
interviewed the head coach and or the coach and he was
Yes.
crying.
Oh my god.
And then they interview McCarthy and he's like, we miss Harbaugh. I'm like, brother, he was on the plane that flew over here. You probably saw him in the hotel lobby before you left for the game. They're acting like he's dead. They're wearing "Miss You Harbaugh" like
Yeah.
beanies and shit. I'm like, he didn't die in a car accident. He's in the booth probably or
Yeah.
on the phone. He was probably talking to the head coach during the game somehow.
Hell yeah.
I'm like,
No, they
this
said he was at
this
the hotel.
this like feel bad for me like gimmick is just like it is pissing me off.
First of all, I saw that. I thought it was really, really cute. I thought it was a nice soap opera moment. Um, I'm not gonna feel bad for you because you're the one who cheated in the first place.
Yeah,
Like
like
you're telling me if okay, here's my argument for Michigan.
Belichick cheated, didn't give a fuck.
I respect it.
Who
Hey,
cares? Yeah,
yeah,
probably. Yep, everyone else is doing it. Sure.
yeah.
Don't go cry about it.
What was hilarious to me was that they're, denying the allegations, saying that we didn't do anything, yet they went and ordered a cease and desist from the Big Ten. Or no, 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 a restraining order, not a cease and desist from the Big Ten, so they couldn't keep Harbaugh from the game. It's like if you're not dirty, why are you doing all this?
Yeah.
Like I respect it, like you said, Bill Belichick. He knew what he did was wrong, but he said, "Hey,
Yeah, they were doing
guess
spot
what,
like
pal?
yeah, whatever. Everyone else is doing it. You got us. So what? Like
And guess what?
got
I'm gonna
people
fucking do it again."
got people crying, got people saying, "I miss you, coach." Like,
I
brother, you're
miss
literally gonna get on the bus to leave the game and he's probably gonna be there on the bus
Bougie
waiting
up.
for you guys. Yeah, like
Yeah,
give it a break.
I part of me wants to see this Michigan team go to the playoffs so they get smacked right in the mouth. I kind of hope they match up against Georgia or Bama. Like I'd like to see them get smacked around a little bit. I wouldn't mind seeing them against a Pac-12 team either if the Pac-12 can make it. But
Mhm.
we're the cannibal conference. Like we just eat each
I
other
think
up.
it's looking
Oh,
good
for
right
Washington.
now. I just don't if the problem is I have a feeling and we're gonna see in the top 10, I put
Florida,
a
Florida
little someone
State.
back in the top 10. Washington and Oregon both have to play Oregon State to end the year. I just think the Beavers are gonna get one of them. I really do. I think they'll get one. I
Okay.
don't know who it's gonna be, and if they get Oregon, I don't know. Yeah, it'll be interesting. But yeah, enough on Michigan, Penn State. I don't know. Big Ten offenses suck.
They do.
Defenses are probably overrated. Um, we'll go. Would you want to go SEC to the right or SEC to the bottom? Which
Let's go SEC to the right.
yeah, basically Georgia beat the piss out of Ole Miss, which is kind of what we thought was going to happen. We were not buying the hype.
Brock Bowers is back. They're doing exactly what they do, where they don't play anybody all year till the end of the year, and now they're like,
Now
okay,
they get their mojo.
play football.
Yep, they'll be 12-0. They'll beat the shit out of Tennessee.
Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna be just fine.
Might as well rip the Band-Aid off with USC Oregon. It
Yeah.
wasn't as bad of a game as I thought.
Could have gone worse. I just figured we didn't have it. Once I saw, well, I watched it, but what's his face? Nix was 2 for 2 for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. I was like, "Yeah, okay, yep."
That's the game. There
The
we go.
play when number 4, Max Williams, literally turned the opposite
Yep.
way.
Yep.
Like, brother, are you just horrible? Yes. Yes, because I
Yes.
talk shit about him every weekend. And if you see this, you suck.
Get better.
Straight up. Like,
Get better.
you guys are lucky I'm still not at that school because I'd see you at breakfast and I would tell you you shouldn't be able to skip a line. You shouldn't be able to get priority anything. Y'all are horrible. That's it. Go to the back of the line
You should serve
with
the offense,
women's tennis. Go back there, all right? Tired of it.
Holy shit. Dude, he got shook like he was playing. You know that clip from DeAnthony Thomas against Washington State where he puts the guy in the spin cycle and the guy like, I don't know which way he
Yeah,
goes. That
that was it.
receiver ain't DeAnthony. I think that
No,
was the
it's just a
tight
guy.
end.
Just a guy.
Was that a big white? He's just a big white
I
dude.
think it was just one of their receivers, like,
Yeah, but I thought
you
that was
know.
like 81 or something.
I think it was 11 maybe? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a receiver, but, like, brother, like, and then you just looked like the slowest human being alive. Like, either that guy's the fastest guy who's ever lived, but I don't know.
I think it was Terrence Ferguson. I think it was number 3.
If it was number 3, no, I think it was 11. I thought it was a receiver. Ferguson he did get his though, that's for sure.
I thought it was Ferguson. Oh, Gary Bryant went up to Oregon? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Kind of smacked them.
good for him.
Yeah, way to
He's
get
probably
yours, dude.
happy. He's happy about that.
I'm a little worried about the amount of people that are going to transfer next year for USC if Caleb does leave.
Yeah, it's gonna be it could be rough, honestly. It could be very rough.
Wasn't Jordan
But yeah,
Hughes?
I mean, I think it was Franklin.
I don't think what?
I thought it was Franklin. Didn't he score the first touchdown or the second touchdown?
I'm not talking about that touchdown. It was like the middle of the field, and he just catches a hitch route and like jukes out homeboy, like puts him in the spin cycle for no reason.
Is that the one where he scores on the long touchdown?
I don't think it was a 77-yarder. It was like a 20-yard gain.
Oh,
But
okay, then.
he put number 4 in a fucking just.
Oh, I'm talking about when he scored on the long one and he like did the half juke to the right and number 4 literally just turns all the way to the right and then by the time he turns to the left, he's literally 10 yards behind him. I'm like, brother, are you the slowest person in the world or what's up?
God. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, it's tough to see USC waste Caleb Williams. That's what's tough to see.
Yeah.
This offense has so much potential. They do a lot of great stuff. But I mean, hey, good job, Mario Williams completing a pass, 1 for 1.
Yeah, that a
15 yards.
baby. That a baby.
Caleb out there. I mean, it's really interesting to me though. Every time I see the top 10, I guess, Oregon has a higher chance to go into the college football playoffs than Washington. I'm like, Washington's undefeated and they beat Oregon. Like,
Yeah, I guess they just think that Oregon will beat them again. Like they just think they're better. Maybe I don't know.
I would agree to that. I think Oregon is a better team overall.
I just don't know if
but
they match up well against Washington. That's my thing.
That's what I feel like. I feel like Washington is built to beat Oregon.
Yeah. I think
That's
they got the receivers in the pass game to do it. Like they got the O-line, they can hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think they beat him the first time.
Yeah.
And I honestly think they'd beat him again. I mean, speaking of Washington, they kind of a tough-ish game against Utah, but you know, they got the job done.
Wouldn't have been as tough if homeboy didn't drop the pick 6. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Why is that still a celebration? I thought we learned from Utah against Oregon
I
back in the
know.
day.
I don't understand why you drop it. Like, what is the celebration to drop it?
Is it martyrdom, you know, when you're
I don't know.
it
confuses me on why people decide to drop it. I really have no idea. Yeah, I have no answers.
Could you imagine if they would have lost off that?
Yeah, because then they were like, "Oh, this is the first interception he's ever got." Like he did. I'm like, All these people played football though growing up. You're telling me that guy wasn't the running back on his team for his Pop Warner team growing up? He probably was a big son of a bitch and was probably played running back in high school. Like he knows to hold the ball as you go across the line. It's not like he doesn't know any better.
I think it's universally known. Like, hey, hold on to the
Yeah.
rock, give it to the official. Like, I just don't know what his game plan was. I've never seen that celebration go well ever.
Yeah.
It
Ever.
always ends in some big dumb dipshit dropping the ball before it hits the goal line. And it's like,
I know.
you did all the hard work. All you had to do was hold it an extra yard. Like,
Just hold on to the rock, man. Hold on to the rock. But yeah, I mean, just more Pac-12 cannibalism. Washington beats USC, then they beat Utah, and then Utah probably beats somebody, and then someone will beat someone, and you know, Washington State started 4-0 and they've lost 6 straight. Like that's just a tough way to go. Colorado 4-6, Washington State 4-6.
Jeez.
It's just a tough one out there. Speaking of getting the piss beaten out of them, Tennessee, goodness me, why'd I pick them? They didn't even stand a chance.
They got their asses kicked.
I thought they'd show a little bit of life. I was wrong.
They said Zach picked us. Okay, yeah, we're getting.
I mean, the Mizzou running back goes for 200.
Yeah,
That was pretty crazy. They just like they
205.
couldn't be stopped out there.
Yeah, and
Well, he went for over 300 yards total because he had 5 catches for 116 yards.
Yeah.
And ran for 205. This guy went insane.
But it wasn't even the receiver that you were talking about, wasn't it? You were saying Luther Burden.
Yeah, Burden's their best, like just pure receiver.
Yeah, Cody had himself a day.
I know. He's the running back.
Cody went.
Cody, 30. Yeah, Cody, man, from St. Louis, Missouri. 35 carries, 205 yards, and a touchdown. 5 catches, 116 yards.
Yeah.
It's 321 yards of total offense.
That's a lot.
Yeah, like the quarterback threw for 275, so he had more than, you know, and he had 116 of that 275 that the quarterback had. So my boy put on.
Yeah.
Wait, so he had 321 in total. How much did Tennessee have as a team?
Let me see.
They had 350. He almost outgained Tennessee by himself. Man, I wish they would have beat Georgia. Gosh, that would have been so fun. They're gonna end the year. They're gonna get a nice bowl game. They're gonna play Florida, then Arkansas. Should win both, and they're gonna be 10-2. And they're gonna get they might get a New Year's Six bowl. They might get a Cotton Bowl or a.
Why has the Outback Bowl always had like 1-10-2 team? And you're like, why are they here?
Yeah, like a insane team. Yeah, and then like a 6-6, just like shitter.
Yeah.
Like what? Like I wouldn't even want to play.
That's got to be a great meal. Though.
Like what are the bowls?
I
forget how it works. I don't know who's gonna even be the. Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Can USC give our bowl game to James Madison University? Because I'd like to watch them play.
That would be nice. I'm praying for a USC Iowa somehow.
Please.
Nothing. I would be so hyped for that. There's only 2 teams that I want USC to play. Either it's USC Iowa or it's USC Oklahoma. I would be so down for both of those.
Oh.
Lincoln and Caleb versus Oklahoma. Well, Caleb probably wouldn't play. Maybe he would. Like that game, Caleb maybe would play if it was Oklahoma, just cause.
He has to put on.
Iowa probably not, but I just want to see Iowa versus USC. Like I want to see what happens when USC's defense meets Iowa's offense.
Bro, what if they go for like 350 in the air, 220 on the ground,
and they just look insane? That would be incredible.
Oh my god! They probably would rehire what's his face's son. This is the OC. They'd be like, "Oh, you ended the year with like 550 yards." Like, okay,
facts.
Okay, I need that bowl game.
That would be so hype.
I need
someone put that together.
To figure that out. Okay, I don't care what the records are. Let's just make this happen.
Yeah, but like if USC's 8 like think about it, USC will probably be what 8-4.
Please be 8-4.
If they, I mean, if you beat UCLA, you're 8-4. Should beat UCLA.
Should.
You never know. And then Iowa right now, you know, they're 8-2. Like maybe they make their conference championship. Like a best case scenario for them is they're 10-3. because they make the conference championship game and lose. Like 10-3 versus an 8-4 USC, like that makes sense.
Please don't have Iowa somehow go, because what'll happen is, okay, this is gonna be the hard part about it. If let's say Ohio State beats Michigan, or one of those two beat each other, so they're undefeated, right? And they go to the Big Ten
And
championship.
Iowa beats them.
Well, that'd be something.
That'd be
But
all time.
Iowa loses, but they're gonna go into the playoffs, so Iowa goes to the Rose Bowl. I don't want to see Iowa in the Rose Bowl.
I don't think they would. They would.
I hope to God not.
They would take Penn State, I think, at that point.
Okay, I'll live with that.
Or would they? I don't know.
Iowa's the runner-up.
Who did they take last time? What happened last year? Because it was the same scenario. Oh, but Michigan and Ohio State both got in, so they took Penn State, and it was Penn State, Utah, right?
Utah, and they beat the fuck out of Utah.
Yeah, that was when Rising got hurt.
Again.
And then he tore his ACL.
That happened too.
Didn't he get lit up? Then came back in and then tore his ACL?
Yeah.
I don't think it would be Iowa. Like, would it be the loser of that game? Well, no. The Rose Bowl is. I think the Rose Bowl is one of the playoff games, so it wouldn't even matter.
Well, they still don't play it?
No, the Rose Bowl game is the semifinal.
Oh shit!
Remember how they rotate them? Yeah, so it won't matter. The bowls this year it's the Fiesta Bowl, the Orange Bowl, Peach Bowl, Cotton Bowl. So normally the Peach Bowl, it'll be like Tulane or Liberty versus fucking, I don't know, probably Missouri. That'll probably be the team that it'll end up being.
I feel like Missouri's gonna end up in the Sugar Bowl because that's an SEC bowl game for sure.
That's the other playoff game though. So they would be probably like I don't know. Who gives a shit?
I just need somehow for USC versus Iowa.
Oh, it'd be electric. It would be electric. I might go.
Where's that game at?
I don't know. It just depends on what the bowl would be. Like, make it the Bahamas Bowl. Look at the thing.
Make a trip down to
Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. These bowl games are just insane names. Make it the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl.
Where are you seeing these? I can't find.
I'm just going to scores on ESPN, and then I went all the way to where bowls. Yeah, and I'll just show you the names.
Oh, they got some funny ones.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
We might be there.
Tony the Tiger.
Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl.
Yeah, there's some
LA
fun
Bowl.
ones.
Could get the LA Bowl.
There's an LA Bowl?
Yeah, SoFi.
Is it just called LA Bowl?
Just LA Bowl.
What type of name is that? Oh, that was the one last year. Wasn't it the Jimmy Kimmel bowl? That bullshit? It was so dumb.
Dude, the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl.
Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Serve Pro First Responder Bowl.
Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl.
Duke's
in Shreveport, Louisiana. Like, what are we doing? Roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl.
The Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
What? Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Like, that cannot be real.
Dude, the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe
Yeah,
Bowl.
that's a sweet one.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Pop-Tarts Bowl.
I mean, the classic Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Nothing better. Dude, that is just...
Pop-Tarts Bowl? Are you kidding me?
What do they give you if you win? Just a fucking bowl of
Pop-Tarts? Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Yeah.
All right, enough of this. On to the top 10. On to the top 10. I can't look at this shit anymore. All right, so we were I'm 1 week away from adding James Madison to the honorable mentions.
Okay.
1 week. If
Who
they
do they play? Let me see.
Yeah, who do they play next week?
Come on.
Gotta be like a freebie, right?
I mean, the whole schedule's a freebie.
They even play?
I got a bye week.
They even show up on the top? I don't think they show up because these are the
They're ranked, I know that.
Yeah, but they're ranked in AP, but the rankings are the CFP ones, and they're not ranked in that. I don't think
Jeez.
they don't allow them. James Madison Dukes. They play. Ooh, Appalachian State. That'll probably be a good one.
Ooh.
It'll be fun. They should win. They're 10-point favorites.
I just still don't understand why you jump up a division, but we have to make sure you
Yeah,
can't.
it's so
compete.
stupid.
I
But
wouldn't want them in the playoffs because they get slaughtered.
no, but I would love for them to be the team that gets to be in the New Year's Six Bowl.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. They deserve it. But-
don't send them to the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah, don't send them to the Pop-Tart. They probably will. I don't even think they can go to a bowl.
That's so sad.
Yeah. All right.
Oregon
Arizona.
State, I see.
Arizona. Yeah, Arizona stays in. Louisville goes up just because, like, I don't believe, but like they do have one loss. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do. They almost lost to Virginia. That's why they're honorable mentions. And then basically the list starts at Missouri. I sat and Missouri, Oregon State, Penn State, all 2-loss teams. The 3 best 2-loss teams, and I didn't know what to do. And I decided that Penn State is the best 2-loss team simply because their 2 losses are to our number 1 and number 2 team. And not badly. Like, sure, they couldn't
They were in
score, but like they were in the game. So like, I don't know. Like, are we gonna drop them out the top 10 because they lost to like the number 2 team and the number 1 team? I don't know. We'd probably be big dumb dipshits if we did that. But
That's fair.
Oregon State just ahead of Missouri. I don't know. I could go either way on that one. I really could. If you put together an argument, honestly, if you put together an argument to why Missouri should be 9 and Penn State should be 11 and Oregon State should be 9, like you could do it. You could sway me if you really had to.
I think it just helps build that matchup for Oregon State, Oregon, or the Oregon State, Washington. Like, it just adds to it.
Yeah.
Gets you
I'd
going.
agree. I'd agree with that. And then, Bama and Texas just kind of are holding hands, creeping up the leaderboard. When a team drops, they just it's like they're a package deal just jumping up.
It's like Chutes and Ladders almost.
I don't know what's going to happen. Like, is the committee, if Texas wins out and Bama wins out, are they willing to keep Bama out? Are they going to honor this game that was played on a field in their home stadium where they lost? Are they going to honor it? Or are they going to say, you know what? That was a different Bama. Like,
I think they'll say that. I think they will.
I mean, they might, huh? Like, you can't, though.
No, you can't, but they will.
But they will.
That's the thing.
Yeah. And then Oregon just kind of the top 5, top 6 has kind of been chilling, except I gave Georgia a nod over Washington. Washington they've handled their business. They've beaten good teams, but Georgia did beat the absolute shit out of Ole Miss. So I'm going to give them a little bit of love. I'm not going to put them 1 or 2 because Michigan still beat Penn State, which I'd say Penn State's better than Ole Miss, probably.
Yeah.
And they went to Penn State. So I had no reason for putting Georgia over Michigan, but I could put Georgia over Washington because they played even-ish caliber teams, Ole Miss and Utah, and Georgia smacked them at home in Washington and beat them, but nothing too crazy. So I didn't even speak on Florida State just because I don't know who gives a shit. It's Florida State, man. They're not good. I just lose, please.
They almost lost to Miami.
We're just waiting for them to lose.
We're gonna love it. We're gonna be waiting in the wings, just lurking.
I'm gonna be like, I told you so.
I do think it's a good point, though, that I think Georgia and Washington were both at home. Because I think if Washington was on the road, you kind of factor in you're in the Utah crowd, you're in 100% State. Like, you just kind of a couple things you got to factor in. For Washington, maybe don't drop the ball before the goal line. Just food for thought.
Pad the stats a little. And then, Michigan, tough win against Penn State, but not enough. I said they'd have to really put a performance together that was better than Ohio State's, and they didn't. And the only reason why I think Ohio State is better than Michigan is because they have Marvin Harrison. At least when I look at Ohio State's offense and Michigan's offense, Penn State's offense, they all kind of look the same. They can have some good running backs, O-line. quarterback is cool, but nothing crazy. But Ohio State has Marvin Harrison, and that can change a game. Like you can just throw it to him, and you'll get yards. So that just keeps Ohio State at 1.
Could you imagine if if this last offseason Caleb Williams transfers to Ohio State and he's
They
playing with
never
that
lose.
defense?
They never
Laws
lose a
Brett
game.
Favre.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice if it were
Solid top 10.
if it were that simple. Everyone would.
Sure.
Everyone would.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's just put all of Alabama's defense at USC. That'd be nice.
Or Iowa's defense,
Iowa, yeah, I'll take Penn State. Take Penn State's defense.
I
Yeah.
do like that you didn't punish Penn State for playing the top 2 teams.
Yeah, it's like,
I
what
think
am
that's
I?
the
What?
way it needs to be in the committee.
Yeah, like
Like,
they're
they
just gonna tank them.
Yeah.
Like 2 losses against the 2 best teams. Like I don't know what to like. You're just not quite that level, but that doesn't mean like say they were in the or what is it? Yeah, the Big Ten West and not the East, where they didn't have to play these 2 teams.
Yeah.
They would go.
Probably
They would
undefeated.
probably lose because they'd have to play one of them.
Okay, yeah, they'd lose
You
the
know,
conference championship.
they lose one, but they make the conference championship game every year, and maybe you never know. Maybe you win one. Maybe you get one. But like they don't. They have to play them twice, and they lose twice, and that's it. But that doesn't mean they're like. I don't know. It doesn't mean they're just like shit.
Hey, but there is a world in the Big Ten championship game that Iowa's defense gets like 2 pick sixes.
That would be
And they
awesome.
somehow sneak their way into the Big Ten champ. Like they're the Big Ten champs.
I would love it.
The Iowa fucking Hawkeyes.
I don't know what that would do for. What would you do if you're the committee, right? So say Michigan beats Ohio State again,
Mhm.
and Ohio State has 1 loss, and then Iowa beats Michigan. Now they both have 1 loss.
They're both going in.
Are they both going in, or is Michigan going in because at least they still beat Ohio State?
I think we saw this last year. The Pac-12 would get snubbed. Ohio State, Michigan would go in, and it would be Bama, Georgia.
You
Like,
think
we've
a
already
1
seen
loss?
this.
You think a 1 loss Oregon Pac-12 champ isn't getting in over a 1 loss non-Big Ten champ?
No, because we've seen it before.
Have we with a 1 loss Pac-12 champ though?
I believe so. I think we saw it 2 years ago.
I don't know if we have
Because
because
or
aren't the
3 years.
past 2 years Utah's always won and they've always had like 2 losses or something? That's the thing that screwed the Pac-12 every time.
They
Because
have
Utah always fucks us over. They just ruin everything.
Yeah, but I thought it was 3 years ago when Herbert came down to LA and we were playing for the championship and they won and they were a 1 loss.
No, but remember they trolled? Didn't they lose to Arizona State? Remember that game where they absolutely sold? I think they were supposed to. I'm about to look this up.
I
What
feel like
year?
we've seen one. I can't remember.
So yeah, last year. Let's go to 2021. 2021, Utah won it. It was Oregon versus Utah. They both had 2 losses going into the game. 2020, was like COVID, beat USC. 2019 was, yeah, Oregon had won it with Herbert, but they already had to. Remember, they lost the game to Bo Nix and Auburn, that first game of the year. Then they trolled at Arizona State. They were gonna be a 1 loss, but then they lost to Utah, and they went 11 and whatever. And then I'm gonna look at what Utah was that year.
I can't believe USC won the Pac-12 2017. Seems so long ago.
Yeah, Utah. So yeah, Utah had lost to USC that year, then won out, but they lost to Oregon in the champion. So Utah probably that year would have got in because they would have been a 1-loss conference champ. But then Oregon beat the shit out of them. And Oregon goes to the Rose Bowl because they don't make the Pac-12 champion, or they don't make the playoff because they had the 2 losses in the Pac-12. That's why Pac-12 is the cannibal conference.
I believe the committee has shown over the years they do not respect. They
they're
respect the
stooges?
Big Ten and the SEC. Well, that too.
Yeah.
But they respect the SEC and the East Coast schools as far as the Big Ten goes, and the ACC for that matter over the Pac-12. I think
Yeah.
the Pac-12 has to be undefeated in order to get it.
Yeah. I hope not.
fucked us over every
I feel like if how stacked the Pac-12 is this year, like in years past it hasn't been as stacked. I just feel like if Washington and Oregon can make it there undefeated and then Oregon has one loss, I think the winner will make it.
I'd live with that.
Even if it's Oregon with one loss, I think they'll make it.
So
'Cause I
here's the
feel
big
like
thing.
those teams will get in over Texas.
See, but that's the big question because we've been saying, and we've seen it before, where the committee had Ohio State, Michigan, and they said, "Well, we're going to take both of you because you both played each other and it was a tough game."
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, you go to the Pac-12 championship and Oregon and Washington's undefeated, Oregon's a one loss, and they beat Washington.
Yeah. Why not
In
take
theory,
them
the committee
both?
should take both.
Yeah, it's gonna
They
get
won't.
weird. I
They
know
won't.
it's gonna get weird. That's what I'm saying.
I hope Florida State's left out of it. I'll tell you that. I don't want to see those.
They'll be the
shitters.
one team that's undefeated after this whole thing. Everyone else will lose.
Yeah,
and
they're
they'll
not
be
playing
the one.
anyway.
They'll be the one undefeated team.
God, we've
That would
already
be
seen
our
it.
luck.
Start checking me. I'll tell you that.
Shit.
I think it's worse when you can already envision it. Like, I'm gonna get pissed. Like, I know it.
Yeah, I just feel. What would the best like? Here's a thought.
Yeah.
If you could pick out of these 10 teams,
Mm-hmm.
or let's say, because Penn State and Oregon State, like they're not going to get in.
Yeah.
From Alabama up,
Mm-hmm.
if you could pick 4 teams to be in the playoff, don't even think about like, oh well, that means that team would have to beat this team. Like, just if you could pick 4 and they run a playoff right now, who would you want? What would be the most exciting for you? I got 3
Okay.
that I know I'd want to see. I have 1 that I 100% know I'd want to see.
Iowa Hawkeyes.
Well, yeah, I wish. USC. James Madison.
Dude. Liberty, get them in there. Okay, who's yours?
I would definitely want to see Alabama.
Okay.
Because I think that they're rolling. I think Bama could beat anyone.
I agree.
I think they could. Now, should they deserve to make it? That's a whole nother thing. You lost at home to Texas. But if I could pick my 3, like then the other 2, I'd love to see a Bama, Oregon, Washington, and then probably Ohio State. I would be very, very down for Ohio State, Washington semifinal, Oregon, Bama semifinal.
That wouldn't be bad.
I would be down for that.
I definitely think Ohio State. I'd like to see Ohio State.
I mean, I think
versus
Michigan
Oregon.
would be my 5th one.
Okay. I'm a little
Florida
biased.
State's at the bottom.
Yeah, they're out of it.
Then
I'm a little biased with the investigation.
I'm cool on Georgia too. I think I'm good, and I don't really care about Texas either. Like Texas doesn't excite me the way it excites some people. I would be cool with Michigan just more because of the storyline fact. Like at that point, you kind of want to see what happens.
Okay.
But I think I have fun watching Washington, Oregon, and Alabama right now. I feel like I don't have any fun watching the other teams. Like I gotta tune in for a Michigan game, and I'm not having a good time.
No.
Like at least I picked Ohio State because at least they have Maserati Marv, and that's fun.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch.
And
they have Henderson, who's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and they have safeties named Ransom and Proctor or whatever. They got some sweet last names back there, just like lighting people up.
And they got that linebacker that's like AJ Hawk Jr. or something. He's literally knocking people's heads off. They talk about him all the time on the Pat McAfee show, and I forget it.
Yeah.
But like that big son of a bitch is just.
I know.
It's exciting to watch. Yeah,
I think if I could pick one semifinal game, I would want to watch an Oregon Alabama semifinal. I think that would be a lot of fun.
I think so.
Because I feel like that's what we've wanted for I feel like 10 years. Right?
Yes.
Back to the Mariota and the DeAnthony Thomas, and you always wanted to see Bama, the power versus the speed, or that whole thing. Like it would be fun to get it now. I think that would be, you get Lanning, who was at Georgia, and gets to call the game against Bama. Like that'd be cool.
I get worried, honestly, being realistic about the playoffs. I get worried about Washington against the other big teams. I think Oregon has a better chance. I could see Oregon matching up better.
I think so.
Their offense is more explosive, I think, and the defense can hold up better than Washington. Yeah, I'd love to see Oregon. I'd kind of like to either see Oregon, Ohio State, or I kind of want to see Ohio State, Georgia run it back.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Like, because then if you have Marvin Harrison Jr. healthy that whole game, Ohio State's in the national championship.
I think this year Oregon Georgia could be fun
Yep.
because there's no way Lad McConkey is getting loose out there. Surely not, right?
But
Maybe.
can that defense guard against Oregon's speed?
I
They got
know.
some weapons.
Yeah, that would be fun. It makes you think. But I'll tell you, just a segue, I'll tell you who they definitely all don't want to play. If you want to pull up your graphic.
Oh, nobody wants to play.
I know nobody wants to play the wagon.
Buzzsaw, the fucking wagon of
The absolute
Wildcats,
buzzsaw.
I mean, these guys. Hey, this is a newsflash to everybody. The Wildcats are a wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, those boys are playing football.
Yeah.
I dare say they're playing some Big Ten football where they're playing some great defense. Quarterback's taking care of the ball. They're moving it down the field. We went to see Arizona versus USC. After that, on the next pod, I predicted and I said, everybody write it down, take a screenshot, take a screen record, whatever you got to do. I said, Arizona is going undefeated the rest of the year.
Yep.
And it's not like they played a little cookie cutter
Nope.
cakewalk
At Washington State, which I guess doesn't look as good now, but they pretty much were the beginning of Washington State's downfall, getting slaughtered like that. But then you're beating Oregon State, you're beating UCLA, which doesn't seem like it now, but like UCLA had quarterbacks back then. They weren't on their third string guy, so that's a good win. And then going to Colorado, it's still a tough game against Shedeur. They got athletes, like there's a simulation out there where they're at least 9-1.
Yeah, if
where they beat either Mississippi, like there's a 50-50 world, maybe even a higher percentage where they should have beat USC.
Dude.
And then there's at least a chance where you lose by a touchdown to Mississippi State or Washington. Like if Fafita would have been starting against Mississippi State, Delora threw 4 picks that game. If Fafita's in, they probably win that. Maybe you still don't beat Washington, but like
I don't even know if Fafita has 4 picks. Yeah, he has 4 total.
Yeah.
16 touchdowns.
And Delora threw 4 in that one game. So yeah.
I'm telling you, this dude has got the boys firing. They got the 25th passing offense, which is great. Defense gives up 30.7, or they score 30.7. Their defense only gives up 20.9.
Yeah.
They're in the top 40 defenses.
Very, very good.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. If these guys were 9-1, and let's say they could win the Pac-12, because they're third in the Pac-12 right now, could you imagine Arizona going in the playoffs? I don't think.
Wait, is there a world where they
can't get to the playoffs? But there's a world where they get in the Pac-12 championship.
They can't. They need Oregon to lose, right?
Yeah. They need to beat Utah.
They need to win out, and they need. They already have the tiebreaker over Oregon State, so that they need. So do they win? They need Oregon to lose to
Arizona State or Oregon State.
I just don't know what happens. Say Oregon State is the team that beats them. I don't know how a 3-way tie of Oregon, Arizona, Oregon State would look. I don't know how those tiebreakers would work because it's not head to head at that point because it's a 3-way tie. So I don't know.
Yeah,
what would happen?
Lost USC, but Oregon beat USC.
Yeah. So it would get weird. I don't know what would necessarily would happen, but that means, but it might not be a 3-way tie because that's assuming Oregon State beats both Oregon and Washington. Because that's Oregon State's last 2 games.
Dude, this could get really mixy. Like,
is there a world where there's a 2-loss Oregon State that makes the playoff?
I think the committee boots them, but it's possible.
If they win their like, say they're going to be ranked 10 in the CFP, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you play Washington and Oregon and beat them both. And then you beat one of them again. Has a 2-loss team got in?
I thought they took Bama a couple of years ago
as a 2-loss.
Yeah,
maybe.
let me look it up though.
Because that would be interesting.
Team ever
They're
made
they're
it.
just kicking themselves about that game that they lost at Washington. That's just a tough one for Oregon State to lose. It's gonna be weird what happens with these Pac-12 standings.
No, so they're saying no 2-loss team
Yeah, I don't think a two-loss team ever
made
has.
it. They need to expand the damn thing. Let's just
I
give me
know.
the 12
12
team.
team.
Man, do you know how exciting that would be? That would mean that Arizona has a chance to creep up in there. You got
I
Oregon State
know.
already in there. Like it would get interesting.
It
You
would be
got
fun.
Oregon and Washington. Like
It would
USC
be
was
fun.
so down in the dump. I mean, they just started losing, so it is what it is. But like, there was a lot to play for.
Yeah, for sure.
So just had to give a shout out to the buzzsaw wagon that is
Yeah,
the
facts.
Wildcats because down in Tucson, they got something going right. So I wouldn't want to play them again. I'll tell you that.
Hell no.
If these guys make it to the call or the Pac-12 championship, it's hard for me to pick against them. I'll
Yeah,
tell you that.
I'd like their chances against basically anybody. That's for sure.
Yeah. So,
That's for sure.
it's felt good. They've been riding the wagon and the wheels haven't fallen off yet. So, shout out the boys. Appreciate you. All right. Time for us to get really stupid on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Really, just absolutely stupid.
Just dumb.
Just dumb. Just big dumb dipshits, you know?
That's what we are, and that's what we do.
That's what we're going to be. So, deal with it. Okay. Shout out The Rock. Need him in president somehow. I don't know how I feel about it. This is the best way to start being a big dumb dipshit right away. I don't know if I can have the music. Yep. And,
Oh goodness.
oh, yeah, here we go. Freshen up. Here we go. Yep. Just give it a little light. You know, when they said your
I'm
parents
just not
told
sure
you
what
the,
the
I think
thought was here.
I think what happened here was there's two explanations. So he either listened to Katy Perry, "You're a Firework," and so that's, let yourself burn. So that's what he did. Or he took it too literal when his mom walked up to him and said, "Sweetheart, you're the light of the world. Like you need to
Yeah.
shine for people." And this is not what she meant. She
Fact.
didn't mean turn into the Human Torch. And I mean,
My boy's lighting up.
if you just wanted to get rid of the hair, you could have shaved
If you just freeze frame that right there, like insane pick.
This is the Human Torch after he stopped
I
working
guess
out.
so. I think technically because he has the spray, it's not supposed to hurt him. The fire,
Well,
I think that's what it
the
like.
spray will burn down, but it's still the
Yeah.
hair has stuff like that will light up too because you have oil in
Yes.
your face. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know if he got the fire off quick enough.
Because I think it's the same idea, like the people who do the tequila trick, or I guess any liquor where you do the
Yeah.
dragon's breath and you
Yeah.
shoot it out. If you don't get rid of all of it, it'll actually go
It'll
back,
stay. Yeah.
and you
That
get burned.
makes sense. Yeah.
So, I'm not sure what the goal
T's and
was
P's
here,
of this
but
guy, because
I
he's
think
in the hospital.
is that Raid?
Or just like,
That's a can of Raid.
okay.
That
Yep, that's a can of Raid. So that's poison going into your mouth also, and into your eyeballs maybe.
Hey, but it's scented to smell,
There you
lemony
go.
fresh. So
That's
what's good to you?
so if that's what you're looking for.
Look at this big dumb dipshit. Just here you go, man. Do a little more.
Like, oh yeah,
Oh.
man, show me the trick. Show me your trick.
He drinking fucking kombucha or something? Like, what are we doing? And is that a bendy straw?
Yes, probably.
Damn it.
These guys aren't really like that locked in.
Jeez. Yep. Okay. I'm not even gonna say T's and P's, okay? You're a big
No,
dumb dipshit.
you don't deserve it.
This is just almost deplorable. Scooter's a piece of shit.
Goodness.
Orlando Sentinel tweeted out Goofy's head goes for $19,000 at auction. Scooter being an absolute stooge and a half and an absolute dog he's right to be a skeptic.
Yeah,
It can't be that good. Like
and it can't.
19,000.
Nothing's that good. I don't think.
I don't even know what 19,000 would get you. You know, like what has to be worth 19,000? I don't know.
I don't think there's
Act-
anything like celebrity status. Maybe
Like who are
that's
we
about
even
the
throwing
only
up
thing.
in there?
I
Like,
don't know.
is it
Take your pick.
is that
I
like
guess
a
that's just up to the person maybe who would really like want it like that. But
19K
cel-
movie?
celebs probably wouldn't even do that.
19,000.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, maybe Goofy's got it like that.
Hey, maybe Goofy's got
Maybe,
something going on.
maybe.
That's just deplorable. You know.
Thank you, Scooter.
Thank you, Scooter. We appreciate you and your trademark too. So shout out, Scooter Sean. This is just disappointing. I thought this had more than it really did. It looks promising to start. $100. Okay.
What the?
$100 for a chicken.
Nice. For a baby chicken.
Yeah, I think it's a Cornish game hen.
Yeah, that's not even like a large bird right there. Maybe it's a delectable bird. Maybe it's a delicacy.
Maybe it's a pigeon they just killed outside and just.
Probably. Yeah.
This is pretty cool setup, but I don't think it's $100 worth.
Yeah. I mean,
See how
it's
eyes are?
fun.
It looks like something from Super Mario. You know, like the little eyes are looking at you.
Yeah.
Explode and then
It's like a Pokemon ball or something.
just
Boom. Gotcha.
no sides, no
No,
sauce.
nothing.
It's probably not even seasoned right. So
No, definitely not.
yeah, don't spend $100 on something that explodes like that.
Yeah.
Okay, this was a little trippy to me. Mind you, I've told you I find most of these while I'm taking a shit. So
hmm
this is what I'm scrolling through. Apparently, Daily Loud posted, and I don't know how reliable you trust these guys, but
They're
pretty
100%
reliable
every
so
time.
far. Every time.
Yeah.
And there's no fact checker underneath saying, "Oh,
Yeah.
no Ben J. Nassim's." A solar superstorm could wipe out the internet for months, scientist says. Scientist says. I don't know who the scientist is, but they won't. Oh, it's down here. Never mind. We're
That's
talking about
Peter.
something that could really fry the system for a period of several weeks to months in terms of the time it would take to repair all the infrastructure, all of the electronic switches, all of these closets of electronics, in all of these office buildings. Professor Peter Becker of George Mason University.
Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, Peter. Are you Peter Porker and you just don't want to say?
When is this gonna happen, Peter? Or are you like speaking hypothetically?
That's my big question. So when
It's
do I need
probably
to
just
know?
a hypothetical, like, oh yeah, if this were to happen, if there was a solar superstorm, then all of the internet would go out. Like, thanks,
Well,
Peter.
Well, actually, if we
How does this affect me tomorrow?
a good
Okay, do I have to
question.
go to work or not?
That's what I'm saying. Do I need to call in and say, like, hey,
Yeah.
Peter's not going to work? So,
Can
like,
you let me know when this is supposed to happen?
Yeah. thank you,
Please.
Peter, you big dumb dipshit.
Thank you, Peter. Love you, Peter.
Need you, Peter. I think he's Peter Porker and he won't say it. Jaron Myers. I don't know who Jaron Myers is, and we could have gotten a little something else going on here. Asked mom what she wanted for Christmas this year, and she said, "I don't want any gifts. I just want to know my kids are happy." Well, that's a pretty big ask, Christy.
Yeah.
Can I just get you, I just get you the vacuum and call it even.
Facts.
I mean, sometimes we're asking for too much, okay? And it's a little disappointing that they're calling out your mom here because it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, come on, there's no need for that.
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
Like, it's just so funny. Can I just get you a fucking vacuum and call it
No.
even, Stevens? Like,
No.
how about the new Dyson? Okay, let's.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty. I mean, they're pretty expensive.
It is kind of sad though when that's like the gift. Like you watch your mom on her birthday and she opens it up and it's a vacuum and she's super excited. And you're like, you just. She's like, I'm gonna go try out the vacuum. And you're like,
Like,
you're actually doing work.
all
Like,
right.
I
Not
kinda
next to
feel
me while I'm
bad.
playing my new game, please. Can you do a different room? Jesus.
Yeah. Can we not pick, the gaming center? Like, can we pick something?
Yeah, facts.
But it's just so depressing. Like, what did you get for your birthday? I got a vacuum.
Like, cool. I mean, maybe we'll get there
Maybe.
where it's like, oh, we got a new table saw.
I
Hell
do get
yeah.
excited when I get
I
tools.
know, right?
So like I might be getting
New
there.
tool set, like that might
But
get you going.
I haven't done the whole New Balance transition to a full dad mode. You know what I mean? Like the New
Neither have I,
Balance,
but I've been tempted, I won't lie.
they look comfortable. I think it's a rite of passage. I did double check actually. This is true with Baskin Robbins. They are making this a flavor. They have posters outside the one in
Mhm.
Glendora, and it's sickening. I'll tell you that. I can't bring myself to try it, even for
Yeah.
research purposes. Okay, this is a little interesting.
Ooh.
Amazon has offices in an abandoned prison in the Netherlands. So let's just take a
Okay.
little tour. Let's turn that off. I don't know so the music stuff. This is your meeting room. No. Show the meeting room. They still have the chutes for the doors. Like,
Looks awesome.
yeah.
I
What if
mean,
the
I guess they just don't wanna, like I guess you're saving a lot of money on building a new, like, office space, you know?
my big question, did they get rid of the lockdown protocols? Because what if your boss is just like, no, you're working overtime
Yeah.
whether you fucking like it or not?
Nobody's gonna come in and have a shooter moment in there, that's for sure. They
True.
got security protocols in place, no doubt about it.
That's kind of cool in the Netherlands. It's kind of interesting. Barstool Sports, who's an always reliable source of mine. Putting up a Christmas tree before Thanksgiving is psychopathic behavior. I agree. All right, like, but then this brings up another question though, because I agree. You know, it's a little interesting to kind of skip the holiday.
Yeah.
You have Halloween music, right? You got your playlist. You know, all the different
Yeah.
themes from the horror movies and stuff like
Spooky
that.
times, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have Christmas music. What is Thanksgiving music?
Country?
That's just it. So just okay.
Maybe, right? Like, that would be my like, whenever I think of fall music, I think of country.
Okay. Now, are we talking big green tractor country, or are we talking a little something different?
Um,
Because there is a song. I could send it to you. The big green tractor.
no, I'm talking, like leaves changing like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. Yeah,
you
yeah,
because
yeah.
you don't really do farming in the not doing farming in the fall.
No.
It's like a spring to end of summer type of thing. Like, I'm thinking, like you hunting in the fall? No. Hunting spring? I guess you could hunt in the fall,
No,
it just depends.
you can do bird hunting in the fall.
Yeah. I don't know, something like that. Something where you're
Okay.
just wearing camo. I feel like camo is a
Is
very fall thing,
Thanksgiving.
right? But not like a green camo, like a orange camo type of
Yeah, like a
vibe.
fall-y look, like a little
Yeah.
literally fall from MW2 look,
There
like
you
that kind
go.
of
That
camo. Okay.
exactly.
We've cracked the code. Because I've been wondering this, and I've been asking people, like, why? First of all, why hasn't Taylor Swift come out with some Thanksgiving music? Like, she's in every genre. Like, let's
Mhm.
get on this a little bit.
Facts.
But country, I could see that as more of a fall, a little Thanksgiving vibe. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, if you put up a Christmas tree before Thanksgiving, we got questions for you, and they're not great. I get you're excited for Christmas. I am too.
I
But
know.
let's give these seasons proper time.
Let's give them their time to shine.
It's like that one friend that will literally send you a post the day after Christmas, 355 days till Christmas. And you're like, dog,
Facts.
we gotta back up a little bit,
Yeah.
okay?
You
Like
gotta chill out here, dude.
my credit
People,
card
like,
bill
right
is
when
supposed to be
Halloween's I hate the people who are right when Halloween's over. It's just like,
Christmas.
play the music, jingle I'm like, "Dude, chill. December 1st, I'm down." Or even, like, after Thanksgiving, I'm down.
I know what I'm gonna be
Like,
listening to on repeat.
I mean, there you go. I already know
The
what you're gonna say.
the new Eagles Christmas album.
Oh, yeah. As you should. There's nothing else for you to, listen to.
Heard supposedly Travis Kelce's on it too, which I mean he's not an Eagle, but
I think
he'll
so, and I
fly.
think the GM's on it too. I think Howie Roseman's on it.
Howie Roseman is on it.
Yeah. So it should be
That's
interesting. I think,
just one
hey,
song.
probably be a banger.
And if you guys win the Super Bowl this year, that Christmas album is goated.
I know. Shoulda won it last year, fuckers.
Fucking hold on to the ball, Jalen. Love you, Jalen. All right. I think I fucked up again. Whatever.
You're good.
Uh,
You're good.
Jared Bishop. Pretty creative.
Nice.
Said someone broke into my car last night. Nothing was stolen, but they chewed all my gum and put it back in the container. This is a
Okay.
hate crime. This is fucked.
Yeah, you can't be
This-
doing that.
I just wish he had a
We
security
can't be having that.
this. Do you know how much gum that guy had to throw in his mouth? Like that probably hurt.
Right?
Just some cool mint, like,
Oh yeah, just shredding through it. Just
and you know it's
absolutely
broken
shredding
purple.
through it.
Do you think he was chewing it like Pete Carroll with that juicy fruit, just
Maybe.
working the jaw,
Doesn't look like you really chewed. Like you didn't go too crazy on the chews. You kind of just like
kind of like threw it and then
threw it
spit
in,
back.
boom, 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 right back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's that's a crime. That should be more
Yeah, worse than
punishment
stealing my
than
radio.
yeah, than stealing the little stereo system I got hooked up.
Yeah.
I mean, I've actually never even heard of somebody doing that before. So
I'd
that
be
person
pissed.
needs to be checked into a mental institute.
Or just beat.
Yeah, okay, or that.
I mean, that works. Yeah,
Sounds
just
good to me. Yeah,
throwing ideas, you know. Just
there you go.
send him on. Have you seen the newest Sidemen? The weakest link with Folabi.
No, I haven't yet.
Make it to where they have to play that. That's their
Okay.
punishment.
All right. That
Folabi
could work. That could work.
does not mess around. So that's just a couple ideas. So you could either get sent to a mental institution, beat, or
Mhm.
play the game show. So
There you go.
you have your choices. Every time I scroll past that dude who nutted doing push-ups, I just physiologically things don't make sense to me. Oh, and for all the viewers of our show, they know we're going to give you at least one video where someone who's not built to do something for a skinny activity, we
Does
show you.
something. Yeah.
This DoorDash driver is working hard, but sometimes things just
Jeez, what a start.
I mean, oh
What are we doing?
Lord, holy on the
What are we doing? Like, how is that even possible?
You can see it right here.
Oh
It
yeah,
just
that
gives
thing
way.
just gives out. Oh my gosh, man!
What do you do? You're looking at your ring cam, and it sends people those alerts. And
You
they're
could have just
super
put it on the stairs, like realistically. Like if you really questioned if you could make it up or not, could have just put it on the stairs.
We gotta watch it again.
Would have
right?
been just fine.
You're working hard, and I respect it. You're putting too much on this little railing. Though. It's probably plastic. And
Insane.
I think it's more the sound for me that it breaks. They fall on it, and you hear
Mhm.
them hit something else metal. Like I
Facts.
don't know what's down here. that
I
they're
know.
hitting, but just listen to the sound. In a trash can.
Maybe, yeah. The fence could have landed on trash cans or something. That's the only thing it could be.
So the big question: did they smash the trash can down, or did
Probably.
they knock it over?
If it's not like heavy duty trash cans, oh yeah. Those trash cans, you need to get those replaced. No doubt about it.
All right, one more time, because I'm an asshole. I'm hoping it stays. Just hold the line.
Gosh. T's and P's to whoever that is.
T's and P's. I think it's also the fact that when they fall, they don't try to get back up. They just ride it out.
Yeah.
Just no use of the hands trying to push. Just
They don't have the athleticism to even like attempt that. That's the problem.
oh my god. Okay. Oh, that was good. In some other news from College Football Report, the College Football Playoff Management Committee has agreed upon a new model following conference realignment. There's a lot of conference realignment going on for those you don't
Mhm.
know. It will reward the 5 highest ranked conference champions auto bids
Okay.
and the next 7 highest ranked teams.
I'm down.
This is what we've been talking about since the beginning.
Good enough. I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, because then it's just not guaranteed. It'll be the bigger conferences obviously are going to have the higher rated, but it'll like, it'll work its way through. Like if if a lower team, you could still upset a team and get in. Like
Yeah.
everyone still has a chance. That would
Yeah.
have made like the Tennessee Missouri game like a title eliminator. Like
Yeah,
losers
100%.
definitely done. Would
I
have put
agree
a
with you.
lot more stakes on it. So
I like it. I'm
yeah,
glad.
I'm
I
down.
just like that we were ahead of the curve.
As we
We were
typically
calling
are.
for this. Usually, sometimes we're smart, big dumb dipshits, and other times, oh boy,
Mm-hmm.
we're just not seeing the field, and it
Yeah.
happens. This I know that this guy does live at home, but there's some things that you don't need to. If you're an NFL quarterback, you don't need to say this. Like no one's pointing a gun at your head saying you need to tell me what's going on. And Tommy DeVito, this was his quote back for on living with his parents. I don't have to worry about laundry, what I'm eating for dinner, chicken cutlets, a shout out, and all that is waiting for me when I get there. My mom still makes my bed. Everything is handled for me. Now, Tommy, if I'm a Giants fan, which I'm not, I don't want to hear that my starting quarterback is still having his mom make his bed for him. I just don't.
Yeah, this is just the most Italian thing you've probably ever heard, though, right?
True.
Like
Tommy DeVito.
the mom probably doesn't want to allow him to move out until he gets a wife. Like that's probably the
Yeah.
thing. Like you have to live at home until you get a wife, and then you can move out. Like that's the like Italian family. Like you either stay in the family home
Yeah.
until you
The
find a
homestead.
damn woman, and then you make your own family home. Until then, you eat the chicken cutlets.
You can
Don't
hear
care
the
how
dad too.
facts.
Till you get your own wife. You sit at
Yeah,
my fucking table, you eating my
yeah.
chicken cutlets, and you kissing your mother before you go to bed. Okay?
But my thing is like, there isn't anyone out here that's better than Tommy DeVito. Like
That's what I'm saying,
who are these quarterbacks?
bro.
Like for Arizona, Clayton Tune, and then like
Get
Tommy
my
DeVito is playing. I'm like, who are these guys?
Brett
There's
Ripien.
nobody. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Who are
We had
these
Wolford
people?
before, and he was fine.
I just don't understand why the like guy who played at Alabama or Texas or just like a normal team. Like, all right, this guy from this Power 5 school, like they can't be the backup quarterback. It's always just the most random person you've ever heard of in your life that's
What
playing
about
backup quarterback. Like Taylor Heineke, like all these random people.
you remember that quarterback? I think was it Swoops from Texas, the dude who was running with the like first year that they were back, and he was in the running package for them, and every time they get to the goal line,
Talking
they
about Blake Bell.
no.
Oh,
The guy's name was Swoops, and he was a Texas quarterback, and they would
mm,
run like QB power with him, and he could throw.
yeah,
Why not have him as your quarterback? Like he'd probably do a little
I
better
don't know.
than this guy, but he'd
Yeah,
probably not eat chicken cutlets, so that's probably
probably not.
he's not living with mama. But hey, it is the most Italian thing, but
Yeah, there you go.
probably need to
He's living
move
his
out.
life, I guess.
Yeah. Think this might also stop him from getting a girl. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah, it might hinder just a little bit.
although if you bring her to Sunday dinner or Sunday lunch, and she sees Mama make the 4-course meal, she might be locked in. Like,
I
hey,
know. Yeah.
this is every Sunday. Yeah. You ever had one of those 4-course Italian sit downs? I mean,
No.
they'll
Not
put you.
not like a real one.
I have to take you to one over at Cheech's house, and like, let
Okay.
me just let you know,
You're
you
eating.
gotta lock in because
Okay.
food keeps coming.
Okay.
There's lasagna for days. There's chicken cutlet for days. There's just everything you can imagine.
Everything you could think is there, you'll be eating.
You eat salad to make room for other food.
Okay.
It doesn't
Salad's
make
like
any
the dang
sense.
palate cleanser or something.
Yeah. For sushi, you have those little ginger root. For this, you just
Yeah.
eat a little salad and then you get your breads. And
Facts.
it's crazy. So yeah, that'll be something entertaining. Um, I mean, it's a little past the season, but little. I believe this one's still wake surfing, right? This is just off the old
Yeah,
park.
wakeboarding, one of the
Board.
two.
I'm not sure what she's trying to do in this whole endeavor, but
Oh, she's just
she's
using her feet.
doing great. Grab off.
Yeah. Once you go for the grab. Yeah, I know a lot of people that can just do this on their feet.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like it's not. I tried wakeboarding one time. I was not very good at it, but I didn't really try that hard. But I know people that are good at it. They can just like go. They can just if you're going at a speed, like it's just kind of like
You just keep flowing.
yeah,
feet
you're
are
just kind of
moving,
flowing. Yeah, like you don't really have to do much work. But when she went for the grab,
everything.
now your one arm is holding, and then it throws off where your feet are, and then you're boom, and you're done.
You're compl-
Yeah.
Honestly, next summer I'm trying to do this a lot more. Like I've gone wake surfing a couple times and it's fun.
Hmm.
Not gonna lie to you, I've scorpioned. Okay,
Yeah. It
it's a
happens.
humbling moment when you feel the back of your feet just tap right up here, your toes.
Hmm. Hmm.
There's something kind of spiritual about it. But I'm looking
It'll hurt.
forward to
It'll
doing
get
that.
you.
Yeah. But what I want is I want somebody while I'm doing it to toss me a beer.
Okay.
Me catch the beer, drink
Sure.
the beer, then or beer hits you in the head, you're knocked out in the water.
Yes. Probably that.
That could happen. So that might be something funny.
Hope
for
she's
us.
all right.
That should be.
She's probably not.
Hopefully she saved the beer. I don't think she did though. So this is just. I mean, tell me you're a 3-16 without telling me you're a 3-16.
Nice.
Okay, he's out about. Fuck you.
Oh dang.
No.
Is that a late hit? I don't really know. Probably. I know
Well,
he's kind of going. I don't think it should be.
I don't. I mean, he's kind of already stepping out.
Yeah, he probably did, but he probably was.
I don't
He
think
was
you need.
going upfield. You didn't need to do it. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is like a full
Hey, let him
launch.
know. Let him know you're there. Probably got
I
thrown.
was-
Probably got thrown out for that though.
I love that this guy. I don't even know who he is, but he is not having it. The
He's
ball
pissed.
boy is
They're
not
always
getting
pissed.
involved.
They're
Big
always
white
pissed.
pissed. It's bullshit. This guy Morocco. This guy, I don't even know what's going on with this guy. He's doing traffic control.
Yeah.
All right, keep it moving.
Good for you,
Four more.
number 8. You guys are
Okay, he
shit.
let him know. He thumped him.
Yeah, you showed him.
He probably
You're down
forgot.
21-3.
Yeah. This is just deplorable, okay? I didn't know this was possible. Just focus on this lady.
Okay.
I mean, this is a new level. Like, are you serious?
Is there someone living in there that grabbed it?
Little gremlin? Fetus?
How did
perhaps?
it just like it's just locked into place?
That's what Kegels does, I guess.
I guess so. That's I don't know. That's kind of making me queasy.
But now when you're
It's
gonna
pretty
go
athletic,
leave,
honestly.
when you're gonna go leave Walmart, I'm sorry, man. I need to. We've been
Yeah.
having thievery happen. Okay,
Can't have it.
gotta check. This is just, come on, man.
We can't have that.
But now I'm figuring out. You always see that one like beach ball that's getting thrown around the stadium. And you're like, how'd they get it in there? That lady.
Yeah.
She just right there. Boom. I'm in.
Always, yeah. She could probably get about 3 of them in.
Maybe 6. Let's double those numbers up. Let's make this thing worth it. I mean, it ain't right. God. All right. That's pretty interesting. So I guess this girl went on a date with this picture's perfect for this profile. I'll say that. Went on a date with this dude the last night, and this is her response. Hey, I had a great time last night, but I think we should just be friends. He responds, I was thinking the same thing.
Boom.
She goes back, LMAO, that's not supposed to be your response. Perfect response from the fella. I don't chase women, I chase his paper, baby.
Jeez. All right.
If you're gonna play fucking games, he ain't interested.
Yeah. All right. Like, I'm out, lady.
Yeah. You wanted him to say, "Oh no"? Like, first of all, I'm assuming this is like a first date. Why the
Yeah.
hell after a first date is he gonna be back? Like, what?
He
Lady.
doesn't give a fuck. I mean, or he shouldn't like that much. You'd have
Where-
to, yeah. Like,
Where
I'm
do you take
on
him
team
first
guy.
date?
Yeah. Cheesecake
know
is that on
where
the
he is.
banned list? He went to
That's what I'm
Applebee's or
saying.
something like.
Yeah, got Dollaritas,
Yeah.
an
facts.
appetizer.
On the banned list of places to go.
Dude, how many times do you think Mitt has taken a girl to Applebee's on a date?
Too many.
This
Too many
shit is
times.
fucking lit, dude. couple dollar.
I need to go, honestly.
Yeah, I need to scout it out actually. My mom actually, she came up to me. She's like, "I heard there's Dollaritas." I said, "There are." She goes, "Why haven't we gone there?" I was like, "I didn't think my mom was ever going to ask me this. I wasn't prepared." So we might have to take a Stooge Experience trip out there, do a little review, a little field work.
Okay.
All right, I think we're nearing the end of the old list. What was this one? Clearly, it didn't matter that much. Okay, someone deleted it. You know
Okay.
what?
Yep. Hey, that happens sometimes.
Sometimes you win some, sometimes you
Sometimes
lose.
it's there, sometimes it's gone.
This is when you know you are past your athletic prime.
Okay.
Big Stooge, big Stooge. Hey, hey. Oh shit. Oh, and he lost the beer.
Oh my gosh.
Just a quick little yoop. Oh Jesus.
Oh.
It took him.
What was his
how-
first plan though? He was gonna like kick. He was gonna kick the ball. Like, what was he gonna do? Punt the ball?
It took him 4 seconds to fall.
I mean,
One
I
1,000.
love watching uncoordinated people fall. It's hilarious to me.
Just fall. Just accept the fall. Shit. This guy. God damn it, Uncle Bill fell again.
Bang.
Does he stub his toe? Is that
Oh,
what
his
happened?
fault. Yeah. Watch his right foot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
Blue
was the
tie.
right. I'm telling you, he was gonna kick the ball, and then he pulled the ball back, but he like then thought about, wait, was I actually gonna kick the ball? No, not really. But then by the time he thought about it, he already just committed. And then you're just face first into the green carpet, beer everywhere.
I mean, what was his?
And now you got all these kids laughing at you.
Bro, if he kicks this, it's fucking going at one of these posters.
I know, that's what I'm
It's
saying. Like,
crazy.
where are you kicking this thing to?
This looks like a bootleg, like
Doesn't make
Chuck E.
any
Cheese
sense
or,
to
like,
me.
K1 Speed Zone or something. Like, or is it some local diner? I can't tell. Just one more time, and I think he's wearing the New Balance specials too. Just all sorts of bad.
Facts.
Athleticism is gone.
Not good. Definitely not a good spot for him to be in.
And if we just hold the hand up straight, we keep the beer, most of it, but he twists it. Not great. Not great. In another edition of What the Hell's Going On Here, this is the Lawrence County Pig Stare-Off.
Ooh.
I did not know what to expect. So I don't think you will either, because it's not what I expected. If it is what are you thinking you're going to see? I'm curious.
I mean,
A pig stare-off.
I'm assuming a pig stare-off, but is it like a...
Like pig versus pig, stare-off, I own your pig, I own my pig, you own yours.
Maybe it's a person versus a pig?
Okay.
Like, you're in a competition to see who can... And then people, like, have their scores or something? Like, that's maybe that.
Okay. You came pretty close. It's a pretty good guess. I don't know. I think it's a stare off with the people.
Are they staring at the judges or something? Like,
why do we have the pigs?
are they showing off how they can control their pig without even like looking at them?
I don't know.
First of all, why isn't that guy in the competition as one of the pigs?
Yeah,
Big fat stooge that walks by. Takes up the whole freaking camera. Yeah. Guys, he just came to fit in. This guy right here.
And he's got the
Get him in the pen. He'll probably win this whole thing.
Dude, that dude's been housing beers since.
Oh yeah, this guy could be the champion.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's a principal for sure.
Yeah.
He's a principal, day off. Come support the kids. Like, probably got the Skechers with the memory foam.
Oh yeah, he's got it all locked in for sure.
Jeez. Yeah, get him in the pin. Okay. I don't know. Like, she's got a scowl going on, but are they looking at judges? I thought they were looking at other people.
That's what I don't know. Is there something that they were required to stare at while they like herd their pig, and then there's judges judging how well they herd their pig without looking at them? That's
I
my only
I don't know.
deduction of this thing,
I don't know.
and we'll never find out. That's the thing.
Like, do you lose points if your pig hits another pig? Like, what
Maybe,
if I
yeah.
teach Oinkus not to hit
Or
somebody?
if you hit somebody's pig, then maybe.
What if you just get pissed and fucking whack the pig? You got this little look at
You
this.
probably get DQ'd. You probably get DQ'd. Yeah.
You just see some kid get pissed. He hits the pig. You're out of here.
You're out. And then
They
until
send
there's
big fat stooge in and stuff.
maybe everyone keeps staring until like there's judges looking to see if you blink, and then once you look away, you're out, and you just keep going until there's one person remaining. But this girl's locked in. Whoever the girl is,
I think she won.
she's
There's no way.
Yeah,
She's not losing.
she's not losing.
She looks like she's out first.
She's
She looks
already
like
she's already not even looking at what she's supposed to.
That's a fat pig too.
I know.
Jeez. And I'm not talking about the guy. Yeah,
this girl,
4-3-2-7. I'd put money on.
she ain't losing. I'll tell you, she won.
This was July 17th, 2017.
I know. Yeah. And
Dedicated
since
dog.
then, she's the 7-time champion.
I mean,
This guy, get this guy off the screen.
there was no link. That's the problem. I wouldn't have seen it anyway.
You'll never know.
But I'd like to know. I might do some extra research because I need to know what this is. I think he should be in the competition because I think he would win. Maybe he's the 4-time champion and he's just there to coronate.
Yeah, he's just like he's the OG, and he's just there to see like the new generation.
Could be. Could be. This, I feel like you got a shout out from CeeDee Lamb. He heard Zach was talking shit.
There you go.
The top receiver in this game. No question about it. What do you think about that?
He's not. So there you go.
That's an answer.
It's
Would you say he's in
I
top
don't
5?
No.
I wouldn't either.
I just don't like. He's not what I'm looking for. Like,
In a number 1.
yeah, I'm looking for a different thing. Like, if you want some guy that can just be in the slot and just go against safeties and just run around like a freak, sure, awesome, do it. For my offense, I want an X receiver. I want a big dog. I want Megatron. So
AJ
like,
Brown.
I'm always gonna have more, like, just more respect for the like AJ Browns, the Devontae Adamses, you know, like those type of guys. Prime Julio, like people who can line up outside one-on-one with a corner, and they can just get theirs at any moment. I like those guys more than the guys that just like are in the slot and they're going against like a safety and they're just, like that doesn't mean they're not good, but I don't see him making like the crazy contested catches, catching traffic. He's like, oh, he's going to be open. They're going to scheme him open and then run after catch. Like that's kind of what I see from him.
I like that.
Okay, I found a thing on the pig stare off. I'm going to read it.
Oh, yes. Oh, you might have to share this one. Stop
Um,
sharing. You might have to show this one if it's a little
okay.
article or something.
It is an article. I don't know how like
I'm so fascinated in this now.
legit this thing is though. Okay.
Twisted Tea sponsoring.
This is
That
the same like thing that you found. Yeah, the fattest judge you've ever seen wearing his pinkest shirt. I'm assuming they're talking about Big Fat Stooge.
That's him.
This guy.
Yeah.
From what I gather, this is nothing more than a standard pig competition, a best pig wins situation. The judge, who just so happens to be dressed like a pig, wanders the pen evaluating the children's pigs from hoof to snout.
Takes a pig to know a pig. Got it.
He's looking for well-built pigs like himself. Nice.
They're dunking on him. I don't even need to. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is definitely a trolley article.
I
this is
love
Barstool, isn't it?
Yeah. John Rich.
No.
Dude,
yeah,
John
Barstool Sports.
John wrote a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, but what else? Like, is there... I don't think there's like I don't know.
Pig sale? Backdrop?
I think they're just showing off the pigs and they're going to sell them for them to die. I think.
Okay.
I don't know what the stare. I think they're just. I don't know why they're staring though. It's kind of freaking me out.
Yeah, why is she so locked in if she's
not
not
sure.
supposed to be staring? Like,
it is freaking me out. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that about does it for me. You
Yeah.
got anything else for the people?
No, no. I honestly thought I did, but then I don't. That's about it.
Good. Okay.
Have a great, have a great week.
Yeah.
Have a great start to your week. Have a great middle of the week.
Great end of the week.
Yeah, go, go be nice to somebody, maybe,
Yeah.
for a change.
Yeah.
If you're going to see family, maybe be nice to your family on Thanksgiving. We'll have a couple episodes before Thanksgiving, but still, don't be the stooge that shows up to your Thanksgiving, and then gets all boozed up, gets all political, starts talking about Trump, starts talking about January 6th or whatever. Like, don't be that guy.
Yeah. Let's
Just
keep
be
that to a
chill.
minimum.
Let's just be normal, okay? Leave it for the men, the old men. Leave it for your
Yes.
dad and your uncles to get crazy. They start saying just the most racist things you've ever heard, but they're like, I swear I'm not racist. I'm like,
Just-
wait a second.
Just flinging them deep. Just
Oh,
right
just
up.
drunk.
Just
Yeah.
pump the cuff.
Yeah. Playing in the kids like turkey bowl games, putting up like 12 touchdowns, running stiff arming kids. Like,
Oh.
you're not there yet. You got to be like 45 years old. Then you can get boozed up and piss on the kids.
That's a good point. We might have to see if there's a little turkey bowl going around with the boys, because if so, I might be throwing on the cleats and
Facts.
dusting some boys
Getting
up.
after, yeah, maybe not again. Let the kids have their fun.
Yeah.
Then let the old men get boozed up and talk about politics.
Yeah, and we all know, just lean over the super drunk stare. Just so, where were you the day of January 6th?
Yeah, where were
And
you?
that'll do
And
it.
then thank you. I'm
Thank
not going to talk
you.
about that.
All right,
Man.
everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Stooge Experience. I know you've
yeah.
had enough stoogery and stupidity. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I don't know. Let us know. Let us know what numbers you're putting up at the Turkey Bowl.
Facts.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
Alrighty. See ya.